Welcome, welcome, you guys. Heritage Signature Auction Day 2 begins in 2 minutes. Hey, you're just here, 8-bit. We're 2 minutes away from the start of the auction. Signature Day 2. Everything today is still, like everything you're gonna see on Day 2 is still above what you'll see in any weekly auction for the most part. It's like a very, very, very premium showcase still on Day 2. Some of the items you're gonna see very well could have been on Day 1. There was some NES stuff I was like, well, we got Mario 64 VGA 85 chilling at $7,800, and Legend of Zelda 9.2A Plus chilling at $10,000. So those are the two big items today. There's still Sonic, there's still Mario, there's a VGA 80 Pokemon Game Boy Color console, Mario Party 1, Rockin' Cats is a frickin' 85 Plus. There's also G.I. Joe the Atlantis Factor, 9.8A Plus in here. So, I mean, yeah, there's various consoles throughout. There's a PlayStation console here, VGA 85. There's not a ton of consoles, but there are some various ones throughout. I think it's mostly handhelds they have. Different Game Boy colors. I think I saw some other ones. Not a ton of consoles. But yeah, Game Boy console here as well. So, there's a little bit all that stuff sprinkled throughout here. VGA 95 on Minish Cap. Pretty crazy. So what we're hoping for today is a stream with no interruptions. Hopefully the computer doesn't freak out. Did a full deep clean yesterday. If you guys saw the live stream, if you watched the replay, I cut out of nowhere. I think the computer overheated. I don't really know. So I gave it a full deep clean today, and we go from there. At the end of the stream yesterday, as if like one issue wasn't enough, at the end of the stream yesterday, the entire power of the whole neighborhood lost power. Power was out in the whole neighborhood for about 6 hours. So we didn't get to talk at the end of the stream. That freaking sucked. We didn't get to go over results and stuff. So, of course, today, if you're watching, if you want to know about any of Day 1 results, we're going to talk about the Day 1 results. We've all had 24 hours to digest everything now. So, we will also be discussing those today. And of course, last 30 seconds here, the stream is sponsored by Heritage Auctions. Huge thanks to them sponsoring. Huge thanks to you guys coming here. If you want to get into the next signature auction, it's going to be in August. So consignment deadlines for that one are going to be in July. Of course, signature auction, expensive, rare, best of the best stuff. If you want to get into the August signature auction, video games at ha.com. There's a referral link in the description of the video. Reach out. You can get appraisals. Heritage can help you grade your video games if they aren't graded already. Next August is going to be the next signature auction. Good luck to anyone who's bidding today. Good luck to anyone who's selling today. We start off with Montezuma's Revenge, 9.6A on the Atari. Only 2 Atari games on the signature side today. I think we had like, what, 1 or 2 yesterday? Not too much Atari actually made its way to the signature this time around. Not too much Atari sells in general now. Montezuma's Revenge, $600 there. Here's Return of the Jedi's Death Star Battle, 9.8A++. Highest graded copy on the Pop Report out of just 7. We got a little bit of a fight here on Star Wars. There we go. We were looking for a live bid. Someone bid on it. Top pop copy, 9.8A++. And welcome in, you guys. Seth, Joe, 8-bit, Marty the One Man Party, Josh Byerly. You have the first game. You started off the auction with Montezuma, Josh. I don't know what you expected out of it. I don't think there was a live bid. So, not a great start, I guess, for you there.
Fair warning.
Davey, Big Box, Craig. Welcome in, you guys. Hamster, now your power's out. You have a portable camping charger? Nice. Yeah, what the heck, man? Power outages. What the heck's going on? Montezuma's a 250 CIB? That's not much of a premium over CIB. Like, it's tough because... It's just tough. It's tough because with games like Montezuma, the overall audience that cares is so small that your CIB and your sealed aren't going to have a massive discrepancy. In my, like, that's how I, evaluate games like this anyway. Death Star Battle went for $875. And 10-yard fight starting off. Like I said, the signature Day 2 games are still very big. Black Box, 10-yard fight, 9.0 B plus Rev A. Last production. I was going to say mid-production, but I guess this is late production on 10-yard fight. Didn't have an oval seal.
$3,000.
Sad there are no PS2 games today. It's tough, man. It's tough, Benutzer. There's only a few PS2 games that realistically should go into a signature. Most PS2 stuff, I would personally say, would probably do better in the 6th generation and beyond showcase. And I think one of those is coming up soon, Benutzer. So if you're a PS2 guy, keep your eyes open for the 6th generation and beyond. I think that's coming up in June.
Fair warning.
Liav, you can sign the Halo yesterday. Not bad of a sale. You thought of 8K, but overall very happy. Nice, dude. Yeah, what the heck did that Halo sell for? That was right when my computer cut out. I don't even know if I saw the result of the Halo. 7,000? Where the heck was it? There it is. 7187. Yeah, not too bad at all. Still $7,000, hey, for a 9.8A Black Label Halo. Yeah, not too shabby at all. Halo's, honest to God, holding up pretty well. Like, if we go back to 2021 or whatever, when Halo was, like $40,000, I don't know if I still thought it was going to be like almost 10 grand for one following the collapse, Halo held up pretty decent as far as DVD style stuff goes. 10-yard fight closing at 4,250. That's pretty solid for a 9.0B plus later print, I think. I think that's pretty solid. It seems pretty solid. If you guys want to do price comps on anything, just let me know as we go. Of course, without Gamer Stonks, it's a little bit slower. It's a little bit more tedious. So if there's something you want me to search Heritage for or look around for, or if anything stands out to you, please just let me know. 3D World Runner, no Rev A round seal mid-production, 9.2B. Just really hard to get. You just sold 2 ounces of golf for the 2 ounces of gold? I assume you mean? 2 ounces of gold? Yeah, makes more sense. The only PS2 game for the signature is Futurama. That's, I swear, undamned. That was like the only game we were getting for the longest time. What could we even see? Like Futurama, the horror titles, Kuon, Haunting Ground, Rule of Rose.
Fair warning.
That's like it. There just aren't that many. Maybe a 9.8 Silent Hill 2. But most PS2 games just don't crack above $1,000 anymore. So it's really tough to get them into a signature. And just given the audience for a signature auction, like I said, I personally think most are better suited to go into a 6th generation and beyond showcase anyway at this point. 3D World Runner, or oh my god, the 3D Battles of World Runner. I just call it 3D World Runner. Everyone else, I assume everyone does, right? No one actually says Battles of. 9.2B for $1,000 into Action 52, 9.4A plus.
Fair warning.
One of the most notorious unlicensed games that exists on NES. And of course, no live auctioneer today, so you guys just get to listen to me talk. You like the Parker Brothers boxes? The designs and arts are very high quality. Honest to God, Tyrannus, like most Atari box art is like pretty good. Like the box art is far better than actually playing most of these games. But I agree, this Star Wars one looks fantastic. Action 52 closing at $875. That actually feels... Is that up? Is that up on Action 52? Alien 3 is a 9.8A++. That's crazy. Tied with one other copy. Top of the pop. This is one of those awful LJN boxes.
$550.
Yeah.
Bro Bean! 32 months, my guy. Damn, dude. This is one of those awful white cardstock boxes that always gets torn up, so... 9.8A++, pretty damn cool. Hey Greg, Kirby Collector here. Interested to see what Dreamland 2 goes for in the 9.4? You paid $3.4 for yours off eBay? Nice. Did you see the 9.8A++ yesterday? I think it went for like 8,000? 9,000? What the heck did that Kirby sell for? There it is. 8,125 yesterday. 9.8A++ Dreamland 2. Yeah, people are doing awful bidding. I agree, Hamster. Yo, Acqui, I saw that auction for the 2 of them sitting at 1,200. I don't know what the hell's going on, man. I saw on TerraPeak there was also a slipcover. The 1,000-year door slipcover. I made the short talking about those New York exclusive ones. There was also a sale at frickin' 500 US, man. I don't know. I don't know what to believe right now with the value of those New York slipcovers. But it seems crazy.
Next lot.
I've been hawking eBay for like 36 hours straight. They just don't come up for sale. Like, I don't know what they're worth. They don't come up. Alien 3 went for $937.50 into Arkanoid VGA 80. Let's check out Action 52. Like I said, I think that's a little bit up. 9.4A plus for like $800 and some dollars. Ah, last one sold for $900. Never mind. Action 52 is still just hanging out. 9.48 plus for 600. Yeah, man. Well. 875 is not bad. The Alien 3 for 937 doesn't feel bad at all. Do we have quick comps on this? Did we ever see the 9.88 plus? Oh, we did. Wow, look at that. 9.88 plus plus Carolina Collection 2019. Over 4 years ago, it sold for $1,100. Today, $937. That's kind of crazy. It's literally worth less than it was like before the whole boom even happened. Like Alien 3 has, you know what I mean? It's like the overcorrection. It's gone all the way down. All the way down to like pre-2020. 937.50 today. That's crazy. Athletic World, 8.5 there, went for 781. That was a quick auction. Jeez, I thought Athletic World might get a little bit more action there. Arkanoid, $500. Batman, 9.6 A+.
Next lot.
You got the Alien 3, Josh. There we go, dude. Yeah, that Alien 3 is a hell of a price. Like, that's just great. That, I guess no one else cares. I mean, it's great. That's a great price.
$800.
Batman going for almost $2,000 there, the 9.6A plus, into Bomberman, 9.6A plus, early production round seal copy, pushing over $1,000.
$1,000.
Sorry for knocking you guys out tonight, Canada in the Swiss World Cup. Soccer is one sport I don't follow much, Zero Star. Like, I just can't get into it. I've never gotten into soccer. Like, basketball, don't mind. Hockey, of course. Football, NFL, CFL. Baseball, I don't really like either. But soccer just is, I don't know. Never been able to get into it. You remember the disappointment of the games never looking like the Atari box art? You were probably 6 years old, so you don't understand the limitations of the early gaming. Yeah, well, wasn't that part of why it collapsed? Is the boxes looked so much freaking better than the gameplay? Bomberman is pushing 9.6A plus, over $2,000 here. Oops, I don't need to click it. We still have the sidebar here. Is this like up there with the highest graded?
Next lot.
Highest graded example they've offered at Heritage. Yep, I figured it had to be. $2,375. Burger Time, 8.5A plus.
$650. $750.
Yes, you did see it. The 9.8 was wild. I agree. Didn't Batman go really cheap? Let's take a peek. 9.6A plus, almost $2,000. What do we got? 9.8A plus back in July was 63. We don't. Heritage isn't giving me much for comps.
$1,000.
Only 3 copies graded higher to 45. That was a 9.88. Yeah, man. 6,300 for the 9.88 plus, 2,000 for the 9.68 plus. I mean, I wish we had more comps in between there on Heritage. I don't know if Golden had some copies or eBay has some copies, but just between those two eBay or Heritage sales right there, 2,000 doesn't seem super cheap. Unless the 9.88 plus is also really cheap at 6,000. But I don't pay super close attention to the Batman game. Burger Time, pushing up over 1,000 here, looking for almost 1,500.
$1,300.
Soccer is like hockey without the fun parts. Soccer's just always seems so slow to me. You sincerely think Atari and 70s games will get the respect they deserve in the future? Wow. Wow, the hot takes are coming now.
Fair warning.
Or more so the laziness that came from there being no standards of what was and wasn't allowed. Yeah, I mean, the Atari age of games had myriad problems. Life without Gamer Stonks Hamster is fucking terrible. Like, just straight up, man. It's awful. I don't know if maybe... Does anyone talk to the price charting guys? Like, can we make a Gamer Stonks alternative? As far as I know, they already work with Heritage. They already work with Golden. As far as I know, because they do report the sales on the websites already. So can those guys make an alternative, maybe? Can we get that? Maybe? Maybe they can be our hope. I would gladly pay them for a paid service.
Fair warning.
Yeah, you're the price charting rep, Shokla.
$700.
Burger Time, $1,600. Castlevania Hang Tab, 9.2. Beautiful copy overall. 9.0 box, 9.0 manual, 9.4 cart. Very nice on the Castlevania CIB here.
Fair warning.
You just wish price charting didn't include bundles? Oh, of course. Price charting has like so many issues. Price charting has a ton of issues. It's a great product. Don't get me wrong. Price charting is fantastic. But the more you learn about the hobby and the more nuanced you get with your own collecting, the worse price charting becomes. Like, you know what I mean? If you're pretty casual, if you're new to the hobby, price charting is amazing. If you're very specific, niche, and you're a veteran, price charting is kind of awful. It just the better you get at the hobby, the less valuable price charts becomes.
$1,100.
Castlevania Hang Tab for $2,375 on a CIB copy. 9.0 last went for $1,600. The 9.4 CGC, of course, $7,200. $2,000 feels like that feels fine. Feels fine to me for both buyer and seller right there. Simon's Quest 9.4A plus early production copy here.
$1,700.
Yeah, the second rule of Gamer Stonks is that you don't talk about it. Exactly. You won the Castlevania. You've been impatient. You finally just bought one.
Fair warning.
Pour one out for the stonks.
$1,900.
Pour one out for the Stonks, boys. Much appreciated for the 10, Davey. Super kind, super generous, man. I'm gonna use that to get myself some food after this auction, probably. So, thank you. It's fantastic.
$2,000.
Price charting is great for common loose games. For anything CIB and or rare, it's crap. Pretty much. Weren't people paying almost $10K for the Castlevania CIB? No.
Fair warning.
No, the highest CIB there, Alma, was the that 7,400 one. I believe that was the highest CIB that's ever sold, 7,200. So 9.0, 9.2s, nah, they were never, I don't think they were ever getting like stupid in pricing. But like I said, I mean, the 9.2 for 2,300, Hamster, you said you bought that? Seems fine. Seems fine to me. Simon's Quest, $2,500 for the 9.4A plus. I'm always surprised by how cheap, relatively speaking, Simon's Quest is. I know it's not like the most beloved game ever, but it's pretty freaking iconic of a game. And here's Dracula's Curse, 85 plus with the Dracula sweepstakes on the front. Early production copy of the game with the trip offer. Yeah, lobster and steak, or lobster and champagne, the heritage tradition. Heard it was legal, but it isn't information they were providing public. No, there's nothing. Legal issues is everyone's best guess. Is that there was legal complications. There was never anything more public than that.
$3,200.
Yeah, it very well might be sushi night, Blue Smoke. I'm thinking it might be sushi night. You like the price charting just has a graded section where there's so many different variables with grading? Yeah, like Comac. Clearly the price charting guys are open to doing something with graded, right? Like they aren't going to sit there and act like it doesn't exist. So the price charting guys are absolutely open to showing graded information. So even if, like I said, if it has to be a paid spin-off, like you know, graded charts, whatever the hell they want to make, even if it's a paid spin-off, I would gladly take it.
Fair warning.
Yeah, Greg, that's why you put your 9.8 Simon's Quest around 750. Yeah, HW, you might be right, man. Given that sealed 9.4 is only 2,500, like 9.8 CIB sounds like it should be $1,000, but like, I don't know. Color a Dinosaur, one of the rarest games on NES that, full set collectors. Full set collectors. You got to get your children's Color a Dinosaur. 9.0A pushing its way up to, looking for 1,750. One of 6 on the Wada Pop report. Always been rare. Always been a full set collector nightmare.
Fair warning.
Castlevania 3 deserves a modern remake. Such a classic. That'd be awesome. They need to give these games like the full, the bottom up remake. Make Castlevania great again. How about we just do that, Tyrannus? Let's just get some full on Castlevania remakes and like let's make Castlevania a great franchise again. There's no reason it's dormant right now. Also, original Rockstar today. Decided to treat myself to the sugary goodness of original Rockstar. This right here. My number one absolute favorite energy drink that exists.
$2,000.
Obviously, you guys you'll see me usually working on You guys will see me usually drinking Monster and stuff. It's, you know, Monster has a lot more 0-calorie flavors than Rockstar has, but if I'm gonna treat myself, it's OG Rockstar.
$160.
Oh yeah.
$180.
Oh yeah.
$200.
Oh yeah.
$300.
That's good.
$340.
That's good.
$400.
That's real good. That's been my favorite drink since like high school. That's good shit. Color a Dinosaur, $2,375. Let's just see if we have some quick comps on Color a Dinosaur. 9.2A, $4,300. A 9.4A plus Carolina Collection all the way back in 2019 again for $3,300. So like I said, a Color a Dinosaur always been expensive. $3,300 in frickin' 2019. That's like the equivalent of $100,000 in 2021. Crazy. Crystalis, 9.6A plus. This has to be near the top. Yeah, second highest graded on the Wada Pop report. I was going to say, it's a nice copy of Crystalis. Also an 85 plus, jeez. Pushing its way over $1,000 here.
$1,300.
Yeah, Crystalis is, like, yeah. I never played it myself, Josh. I've never, like... I've always known it as a pretty collectible game, but I don't know if Crystalis is, like, good. Put it that way. In the CIB showcase, it likely would hit 1,000. I think it would, HW. I think a 9.8 complete inbox Simon's Quest has to sell for $1,000. It just has to, right? It has to. You had a phone conversation with Price Chart's founder a couple of years ago, and he said he had 5 to 8 offers on the table to get acquired, but you're guessing none worked out? Wow. Not surprised at all by that. Craig, you went the underbidder on a dinosaur? Are you doing a full set, Craig? Like, when you go to bid on a game like Dinosaur, what's your appeal for that? Crystalis, over 2,000 too. Jesus here, looking for 2,250. Crystalis is doing really good. Konami is making bank, making casino games. They couldn't be bothered. Yeah, I hate it, man. What, Konami and their freaking pachinko machines or whatever they make? Like, oh my gosh. Bring back Castlevania, please.
700, 800.
Serious question. Do I think a consortium of collectors with a vested interest should come together and create a GamerStonks equivalent for the greater good of the market as a whole? Yes. Like, yes. Yes. I think even, like, Heritage Auctions, Golden Auctions, Price Charting, any of these companies, if they cater to this little niche, like the same way that GamerStonks catered to this specific niche, you can get enough people to sign up and care about it and spread it to grow that, like, this niche. This niche has money. They can charge for it. Like, imagine if GamerStonks was $20 a month. Would any of you who are already paying $10 not pay $20? And I mean that seriously as well. I would gladly pay $20. I don't know if I'd like 30, 40. I probably would, but you know, that starts hurting. But like, this hobby has money. This little niche has money.
Next lot.
just fucking charge us to make it viable if you have to. Crystalis 9.6A plus went for $21.25, out beating the 85 plus. VGA collectors, boo, boo VGA collectors, 85 plus, stinky, 9.6A plus, yay, great. 21.25 versus 18.75, very close, honestly. And like 85 plus VGA very, very well could cross over to the same grade. Like these could be very, very, very similar copies. So Destiny of an Emperor 9.4A plus for $750. Little Mermaid is a 9.6A plus.
$50. $800. $800. $900.
Didn't GamerStonks get shut down because one of the big companies wanted it gone? Somehow was it bad for their business? I don't know, Joe. I can't even speculate. I don't know why it was taken down.
$200.
Anything I were to say on that would be speculation. Find me a capable dev and you'll fund a free GamerStonks alternative? Hey. I mean, hey, Craig. We could probably do it. Emperor or Destiny of an Emperor's rare balls? Yeah, how many are these on the pop report? 1 of 7 on the pop report for Destiny of an Emperor. Just not one a lot of people care for, Josh. I mean, 9.4A plus all the way back in 2019 was $500. Oh, this is the same fucking copy. Carolina Collection. Jesus Christ. There we go. So, all the way from 2019, Carolina Collection, $516. 4 years later, $750. Just not one many people care about, Josh. Which is surprising, given it is still a Capcom game. You know, part of the Capcom set, but... Little Mermaid 9.6A, also Capcom, way freaking more expensive, pushing over $2,000. Jesus. I do think I overestimate how much folks in this hobby are willing to pay for services as opposed to games. $20, man, feels cheap to me for how much, like, yeah, it feels cheap to me, Seth, for how good it is. I know when you go into, like, the more casual crowd, fuck, they don't want to pay $5 for anything. But, like, the graded side has money.
$850, $900, $900, $1,000, $1,000.
The programming is trivial and the pop reports. The real issue is the TOS stuff. Yes, that's my guess as well. My best guess is it's the TOS of the data distribution. Disney's Little Mermaid, $2,312 for the 9.6A. Man, that's like really good. 9.8A. Oh, that's back in 2022 though. Have we really not seen Little Mermaid in that long? Third highest graded copy they've offered. Man, really? Has it been that long since The Little Mermaid has come up? November 2020? That doesn't sound right. There must be other sales on there. $2,300 for The Mermaid. Tailspin, also Capcom Carolina Collection, 9.4A. Is this also a 2019er?
$1,800.
Lots of Tailspin copies on the pop report here. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna have to... The Heritage comps. The Heritage comps aren't comping. Tailspin's over $2,000 here.
$1,900.
$20 feels steep to you, but you were happy with the $10 a month? GamerStonk saved you so many times from overpaying. Yo, Garrett, let's go, dude. I don't know if you've ever been in the live stream, my guy. Really great stuff. Tailspin for $2,250 there. You sold this exact grade Tailspin in 2020 for $9,000. Yeah, there we go. There we go, Fletch. That's some action on Tailspin. Today, $2,250. Honestly, still not bad, though. Like, these decent Capcom titles here. Little Mermaid, Tailspin, over $2,000 still. Not too shabby. Little Mermaid and Simon's Quest are dead heat in price. Yeah, I personally, Little Mermaid, Tailspin, or Simon's Quest, I'm taking Simon's Quest every day. I'm taking Simon's Quest every frickin' day over Little Mermaid and Tailspin. Call me crazy. Donkey Kong, 85 plus qualified. Hang tab copy. That's crazy. That's nice. Like, I know I don't love qualified stuff, but like, this is nice, man. Pushing its way up to almost, looking for $5,500. Oof. Yo, Pokerface Daily, welcome in, dude. You don't buy as often as most of us. Definitely understand how 20 a month could be net positive for many. I mean, from my position, I use it daily. Like, daily I was on that website, so, you know. If access to it was $1 a day, it's like, okay. Oh, yeah, if the Donkey Kong was factory sealed, we'd be looking at, what, $100,000, Supyo? This would probably be the game of the auction if it wasn't qualified. $5,200 for the original Donkey Kong. Double Dragon, 9.2A. First production copy. Like I said, there was an eBay copy that just sold for like $2,900. Probably nicer than this copy. This one pushing up to almost $4,000 right now. So whoever the heck bought that eBay one, sitting pretty right now.
Fair warning. Next lot.
What's with the new collection CGC just announced? Yeah, what the heck was that, House of the Moose? That was, what was it called? The, I don't know. It was weird. It was on Instagram, right? They weren't using pedigree labels. It was like 100 and some NES games. It's a named collection. I don't know what the heck it was. Yeah, qualified means it's opened but unused. Opened, unused. So it has no shrink wrap on it still, but all the contents are brand new. Double Dragon, 3,750. Yeah, something
Fair
TV collection from a TV repair store. Yes, exactly. It's something like that.
Next
I
up,
just don't understand what the hell it is.
$950.
112 games, orange price sticker on each, sort of lowish grades. Yeah, but is it not a pedigree then, Seth? Like they aren't using the pedigree label, so I don't know what we're even getting there. Double Dragon 3, 9.68 plus for 2,250. Double Dribble, 9.48 plus. Maybe I just bring it up on Instagram quick here. I think it was on the CGC page. Also, this is like for Supyo and any of you other deep NES guys. The copy of Legend of Kage they have is an LRB. Do they have a copy of... Did Legend of Kage ever have non-H seam? Here. What is this? The Norris TV Center Collection. 112 factory sealed NES games, so they all say Norris TV collection on them. Like, I mean, 7.5 Turtles, 6.5 Mega Man 3, Kage has no H seam. Like, what is this? What is this? I don't get it. I thought we couldn't do named collections anymore. I thought there was no more custom labels and stuff. I don't know what's going on. Felix the Cat, 9.68 plus. Double Dribble, 1,375 for a 9.48 plus Rev A there. And Felix pushing over 2,000 bucks.
Fair warning.
You love Felix the Cat, had to settle for a high CIB. You think $10 a month is definitely a sweet spot for the psychologically? Even for you, it becomes something of a burden? Not like you can't afford it, but it just seems a bit much. No, it's fair. It's fair. Maybe I am being a little too excited about 20 bucks a month, but it's a good service. It's a good service.
Fair warning.
I think Felix the Cat has
$400.
9.68 plus 2,800, 9.68 plus 2,400. Why does Felix have so many 9.68 pluses? The two last copies we saw, $2,400 in February. Pushing over it. Felix is getting some love today. Not like a significant difference, right? But last sold for 2,400, 2,750 today. Seems Felix has calmed down into that little slot right there. VGA 85 Final Fantasy. Gamerstonks was a website that pulled all graded game prices from different auction houses and put them in one spot, Pokerface. It was like price charts, but for graded games. And it was personally curated by someone, so... How likely are Japanese games on Yahoo auctions mentioned unused to get graded as qualified versus new? Almost always qualified. Almost always qualified, Patrick. If the word unused is used, almost always qualified. And I would also assume it's just used. Finding truly unopened stuff on Yahoo Japan auctions, it's always a crapshoot. It's always a gamble, unfortunately. If you don't have good pictures, if something says unused, if it's sitting inside of some kind of plastic bag, your chances might be 30% that you're getting something actually new. 30% might even be high. It might be like 20%. Final Fantasy 3,250. This one was the one that caught my attention. 9.8 A plus G.I. Joe The Atlantis Factor. Highest graded copy. Nicest ever at Heritage here. Capcom, of course, purple box set. Looking for $3,000. 9.8 A plus Atlantis Factor.
$600.
This one caught my eye. Just a game that like never comes up. Period.
$3,200. $3,400.
Hamster, you went underbidder on Felix? There were a lot of games from the Hawaii collection that were non-H, including Kage and Elevator Actions. It seems weird as hell to me, Supyo. Seems weird as hell to me to get those games in non-H seam.
$3,600. $3,800.
You'd love to grade your games and have them assigned to a named collection. They should allow it, but keep track of names so people don't cheat. I thought CGC used to allow custom label. Like you could put your name on the back or something. And then they were like, oh no, we're not doing that. And then they introduced the pedigree labels. So I thought that was the only way you could do named collections. And now we have this named collection using the old style label. So I don't know what the hell to think. Atlantis Factor, $4,750.
$360. $380.
$4,750. What have we even seen on this? Nothing. We saw a 9.4A sell for $1,800. That was back in March. So, yeah, Atlantis Factor, not too shabby, almost $5,000. Here's a 9.0A copy now to follow it up, pushing its way over $1,000 as well. Was there a Star Tropics 2? No. Star Tropics 2 simply isn't expensive enough to get its way into a signature. You can get super nice copies of Star Tropics 2 for like $200-$300. It was very, very, very available, case fresh for a long time. So if you're looking for a copy, you can probably find one for a decent price. The Atlantis Factor 9.0A, just over $1,000. Ghostbusters 2 is a 9.6A plus. They haven't had it on Heritage since 2022. That's crazy. 16 of this variant on the Pop Report. It's an early production with the TM logo. Interesting. Pushing its way up to almost $1,000 here. You broke your rule to get the poor man's copy of G.I. Joe? You spent over $1,000, over $1,000 for poor man's Atlantis Factory. Or Factory. G.I. Joe in the factory.
Next lot. 1,200. 1,300.
Yeah, the original G.I. Joe never comes up. This one being the second one. Ghostbusters, $906. Ghostbusters 2. That's weird how very, like, in my head, it doesn't feel like a rare game. Like, it feels like we see it more often than we do. That's weird. Golf, 9.6A plus, Rev A Oval Circle. And how do you guys feel about, you have a CGC label with a customization and the people using it kept putting stuff to influence a buy, like mint condition or nonsense like that? Oh, that's hilarious. Yeah, best graded copy collection. Yeah, how do you guys feel about yesterday's results, though? We never really had a chance to talk about it. I think I still have it open here. Yes, the highest games of the auction yesterday being the Super Mario World, $125,000. Hell of a sale. That was high as hell. There's no ifs, ands, or about it. That was really good sale at $125K. Mega Man, $106,000 to the 9.4A plus. Castlevania Hang Tab, $100,000, slightly beating the eBay sale, as most people expected it to. I don't know if people really expected it to be. I know the article said, like, could be worth as much as $250,000. I don't know if anyone ever actually expected that, but $100,000 on Castlevania. Smash Bros, $93,750. Also, I think really freaking good for Smash Bros. Like, I know it sold for like $240,000 before, but like, this could have done a lot worse. That's still almost $100,000 for Smash. So, two that I thought both did kind of bad. The Zelda 9.6A plus Rev A, as well as the Ladder Screenshot 9.2A, 45,000 and 42,000 respectively. I can't believe neither of them cracked over 50K. I thought those were both easy 50K. Pocket Monsters Red, 45,000, feels pretty damn strong. Left Bros Mario, 40,000, feels fine. Mario Bros 8.0B plus, 37,500. Little Samson's up here with like most expensive sold. The frickin' pendulum is swinging back the other direction, 26,250. I'm just curious, what caught your guys' eyes from yesterday? What was good? What was bad? Give me some thoughts. Give me some hot takes from yesterday. You were obsessed with G.I. Joe as a kid. You're old as dirt. Yeah, G.I. Joe means nothing to me. Like, almost nothing.
Next lot.
He-Man means more to me than G.I. Joe. And He-Man doesn't mean that much to me. But I at least like that he's super muscular and a big meme, you know? He-Man has a lot of appeal for a guy like me. Ice Hockey 9.8A plus going for $1,000 there. Jackal the 9.8A for $1,187. 9.8 Jackal, that's nice. Just over $1,000. Karate Champ 9.2A plus Rev A later production copy. Yeah, Super Mario World shot out of nowhere, Odin. Like, Super Mario World, the most recent comp was sitting around 45,000, I think. And then the bidding war just took it, man. Just took it. As a guy who only bids at historical low prices, times are tough. As a guy who only bids at historical low prices. Does that mean you're getting a lot of deals, Craig? Help me with your statement. I'm not sure how to take it.
$2,200.
Yeah, exactly, HW. That Smash could have easily sold for $60,000. Easy. So,
Fair warning.
I think $93,000 for that Smash is still really good.
Next
Oh, it
lot.
means you're getting nothing.
$9,000.
Oh, I see. You only bid on stuff when you're getting great prices. You're not getting anything lately. Gotcha.
$15,000.
There it is, Craig. Karate Champ, $750. Kung Fu 8.0A Rev A copy for $2,500. Here's the 9.2A plus now. So yesterday, what? The 9.6 went for 45. I literally just had it open, right? 45,000. Yeah, 45,000. This copy right here, already looking for 21. If it gets a few more bids, I mean, it's gonna be over half.
$18,000.
You think the CGC sale is nuts and possibly a thing to watch? Which CGC sale? Sorry, House. The CGC sale, the ladder screenshot one? The CGC sale is nuts.
Next lot.
The Samson?
$900.
The 9.2A plus $21,000. So, yeah, $45,000 for the 9.6A plus, which is highest of the pop. I mean, it's double the price, I guess. But it just doesn't excite me. Doesn't get my blood flowing, you know? $45,000 for the 9.6A plus just doesn't get my blood flowing. Really thought it was going over 50, but that's where the auction fell yesterday. Life Force 9.2A plus over $1,000. Maniac Mansion 9.4A Oval, later production copy here. Yo, Cristiano, welcome in. Just talking about some of the results from yesterday there.
$1,000.
Earlier seems to finally be rising versus later eye candy ovals. I mean, I think earlier prints should get the nod, unless the condition discrepancy is huge.
Fair warning.
You know what I mean? If the condition discrepancy is like a 7.0 against a 9.8, yeah, okay, I get it. But
$1,300.
are these not in any order? It goes in NES and then it's alphabetical. Then we go to Game Boy, I think, and alphabetical. Then Super Nintendo, alphabetical. So it's chronological in order of release, basically, and then it's alphabetical between the consoles. We go to Super Nintendo next.
$1,800.
When the new He-Man show came out, you went back and watched some of the original series on YouTube, and well, you didn't realize how bad it was. Yes, it's a meme. Like, original He-Man is an absolute meme. It's way better as a meme than it is as a real show.
Fair warning.
You said this a couple times, but your pizza-filled gut is gurgling Dallas lot August signature. Yeah, maybe everyone's saving up their pennies for the big show in August. Maybe that's what it is. Maniac Mansion, $2,375. Man, Maniac Mansion always sells for so much more than I expect. I'm sure I talk about this like every freaking time the game sells. 9.6A back in November for $2,600 too. Like $2,375, 9.4A, Maniac Mansion. I don't know. Not a game that means like anything to me. You know, again, it's like this is Little Mermaid price, this is Simon's Quest price. Maniac Mansion fans, they fucking love it. Mega Man 2, 9.2B plus. Mega Man 2 had a big day yesterday. Big day for Mega Man 2. Like record price, $25,000. I don't think we've ever even seen Mega Man 2 sell for over $10,000. Now, I'm pretty sure this also is the nicest copy that ever come up, 9.6A plus plus, but like, man, Mega Man had a bidding war. Mega Man 2 entered. Like, Mega Man 2 took a step forward yesterday, I would say, in the NES hierarchy.
Next lot.
Obviously, one of the favorite games on NES, like, you know, it's a GOAT. It's Mega Man 2, but it never had that big sale. $3,000 for the 9.2B plus today. Mega Man 3, 9.4A.
Fair warning. $1,600.
Are you going over 2 million for the auction? What are we at already? 1.70, easy over 2 million. Easy over 2 million, right? We still got 160 games to go. Yo, have a good day, Seth. Appreciate you, dude.
$1,900.
The Star Jordan selling for 800,000 versus the Fleer rookie card at 750,000 took 40 years to happen. So this hobby is still very young when it comes to timelines. So true, Game Gallery. That's going all the way to the world of sports cards. If any of you guys have no idea what we're talking about, the Jordan rookie card was like the 1986 Fleer for the past, I don't know, 40 years. And then recently, within the past 3 years, the hobby basically accepted that this card published by Star, I believe, 1984, 1985, is the true rookie card. And the hobby, the money, flowed towards that now. So things can change very, very easy in hobbies and very, very slow. It's because PSA started grading it. Yeah, there was something with BGS, right? Kind of fucked over that card in the early history. This is Mega Man 3, no offer. Late production copy there with the offer banner removed. $2,750. Kind of interesting. A higher grade early print copy here, 9.4A, sold for $2,500. The copy without the banner, 9.2A, much more rare, sold for more money. Rarity won out against early production there. Kind of interesting to see on the two copies of Mega Man 3. Metal Gear Solid 9.4A plus. And Craig, you said you won the Mega Man 2. 9.2B plus. You just paid $3,000. I mean, it's you paid as much. Is this the same copy?
Fair warning.
You literally paid almost as much as it sold for back in August 2022, Craig. So, I mean, it's not bad. It's not really that expensive, you know?
Fair warning.
It's not that expensive. $3,300 like a year and a half ago. Paid $3,000 tonight. It's far better than you paying that 2 years ago and just sitting on it, you know? You did decent on it. Metal Gear Solid 9.4A plus. Oh yeah, I was just talking about the Mega Man 2, Odin. I was just saying, $25,000 for it. 25K right there. Metroid 9.0A Oval Seal copy.
Fair warning.
You predict it's Castlevania 1 on Famicom and CIB will rise steadily over the years? Probably. This seems like a pretty safe guess. Metroid $4,000. I need to buy one. This is almost in the range of like, man, I should buy a Metroid. 4,000, not cheap, but you know what I mean? Kind of affordable. Metroid 85 Classic Series, way better cover. I also need a copy of this at some point. Just because the cover art is up there with the best on the NES.
Fair warning.
Maniac Mansion is just hard to find sealed in any condition. It's also a cool game with a nice cover. Pairs with a Nintendo Power cover. Yeah, it's just never a game that ever stood out to me, Jonathan. Like, as far as CIB collecting goes, it just, yeah, Maniac Mansion is a huge game. Jeez. It's a clicker classic?
Fair
Fuck.
warning.
You guys are making me feel bad about Maniac Mansion.
$150.
The August signature is monstrous? Yes. Video game collectors are smarter than most as well. Understand condition rarity, early prints would took decades to catch on in other collectibles. Yeah, well, video games being relatively new has every other hobby to learn from, to take lessons from, to emulate, to replicate. So any hobby that starts, you know, post year 2000 basically is gonna just develop way quicker. Comics, coins, all those other hobbies had to like lay foundations.
$1,400.
How much do you think the DFW Zelda will bring? Oh man.
$1,600.
Oh man, 500K?
$200.
400 plus, I'll say. But probably 500K? If it's the highest graded copy, oh man, I don't know. It's gonna do something stupid. If that gets into a bidding war, it could be really stupid. Stupid as in high. Metroid, $1,000 there for the 85 as well. Ninja Gaiden, 9.6A plus.
Fair warning.
Note, Mega Man was yesterday. House of the Moose went for $106,000. The big Mega Man. All of the like biggest games sold yesterday. I can give you guys the here's yesterday's search results if you guys want to browse. Right there. And if you want to join the live auction taking place right now,
$80.
I'm going to go ahead and pin that at the top of the chat there. So the first link is yesterday's results. The second link is the live auction taking place right now.
Fair warning. $400.
Let's go ahead and pin that at the top there. Ninja Gaiden 9.68 plus, 2,875. Ninja Gaiden as well is like really affordable now. Yeah, there we go. Hamster. You finally got Ninja Gaiden. Not even a rare game, but they all seem to go like 3 to 4K. I mean, Ninja Gaiden used to sell what, like 8,000 in this grade range, Hamster? So, sub $3,000. One of the most notorious, is notorious the right word? But it's a very, very, very popular NES game. $3,000 for 9.68 plus, like it just feels fine. Feels fine to me. Pac-Man 9.28 plus unlicensed Tenjin version. There is a 9.48 plus, so you believe it's the second highest? Brian, I think there's also VGA 90. I just mean, ever offered. I don't know if Heritage has ever sold higher than, what, 9.0? What was the other super copy? Has Golden sold higher than a 9.2? I need to actually fact check this, but like 9.2 might be the highest numerical grade to come up for auction. So, there's a lot of potential there.
Fair warning.
But I need to check it out. Rygar, sealed. I think that's a hang tab copy of Rygar as well, Cristiano. 9.68 plus. That's insane too. The amount of hang tab high grade stuff that's going to be coming in August is just insane. Pac-Man, $1,000 there. Punch Out, classic, 9.68 plus.
$50.
The silver box NES arts are so cool. You much prefer that Metroid art over the classic? Really? Really? I mean, the sprite art is cool, but this is everything. This is everything. The classic series Metroid. They did not have to go this hard on the box art. Like, whoever designed this, whoever went out of their way to do this, they didn't have to. Metroid was going to sell already.
1,400.
Punch-Out went for $875 there. Like, look at Punch-Out's box art comparatively, right? Look at the, Metroid. Oh, man, it's insane. Rampage, 9.4A. Oval Seal, later production one here. This has to be up there, though. 9.4? It doesn't say, but Rampage always does really well as well. The VGA 90 one you've heard would not cross super well. Interesting. Has the VGA 90 ever traded hands, Hamster? Is that owned by someone who's, like, active in the hobby? I don't know where that one lies.
Fair warning. Next lot.
124 in chat, 26 likes. Huge shout out to all 26 of you who hit the like button. You the real ones. Rockin' Cats, Atlas, NES, super rare, always expensive, cult classic type game here. 12 on the pop report. 85 plus copy. Only the second time they've even had it at Heritage. Jeez. This is another one that I was looking at. This as well as the Atlantis Factor, where I was like, man, this probably could have been a day one kind of game.
Next lot.
Selling for $4,250.
$600.
Yeah, Rockin' Cats is just, it's... if you're a big NES collector, you're aware of Rockin' Cats. What's the other sale they had on it even? They said they've only offered it twice, so... Not even going to show me? 9.68 plus back in July for $7,800. 9.48 plus $2,400. 9.0 CIB for $500. $7,800 is the highest Rockin' Cats ever got there. 85 plus for $4,250 today. Not too shabby. Silver Surfer 9.28 plus. Renowned as being one of the hardest games ever made. Almost 2,000. I've never played Silver Surfer, but it's one of those games where, again, it's just so notorious as NES collecting that I have a CIB copy. Like, I kept my CIB copy, but
fair warning.
Having a sealed one would be cool, but it's obviously expensive. It's the Silver frickin' Surfer, right? So, $2,125. When anything's in that like $2,000 range, just for how much money I have, I got to be really selective. So $2,000, I can put that towards my N64 collection. We're almost halfway to a Mario 64, you know what I mean? Super Lightwater, I hope you're having a good day at work, dude. Spider-Man, Return to the Sinister Six, 9.6A+.
Fair warning.
Another awful LJN box that is always beat up. Tied with one other for highest graded out of 31. Yeah, okay. So that 9.8 doesn't even exist. Speaking of how bad quality this box is. Pushing its way over $3,000. Hot take, Silver Surfer is a great game. I don't think I've ever actually played it. I have to have. I own a CIB. I have to have played it at one point. I don't remember, though.
Next lot. 2000.
The NES Metroid Classic cover is reused from the Japanese Metroid 2 Game Boy cover? Really?
$2,800.
That's interesting. That Rygar would be your grail. Fun little story. Back in the day, you traded Rygar for a Mega Man, and the dude you traded with ran off with your Rygar, but you kept the Mega Man? Who got the what? That's weird. I mean, I would way rather have Mega Man than Rygar, I think. But I don't know if I've ever played Rygar on NES. Mega Man 1 on NES, though, isn't great, if I'm being completely honest.
$3,600.
Mega Man 1 NES it's tough, man. It's a tough one. Stack Up, VGA 80. This is wrapped with the stickers. This is the first production copy here, sticker seal, but it also has wrap on it. Kind of interesting. Pushing its way up to over almost 5,000 here. This is also a game that probably could have been a day one title. Probably could have been sold on day one. Looking for 5,000 on Stack Up here. Rygar is great. You like it better than Mega Man? Any of them. Wow. That's really good. Mega Man 1 is pretty fun, TBH. It just, like, Mega Man 1 is tedious, is what I would say. Frickin' tedious. Fun fact, the Silver Surfer box art is from an old Joe Jusko poster from the late 80s. You're looking at it on your wall right now. What? You guys are going deep with the knowledge here. Stack Up, closing at 4,750 into Star Wars 85 plus. 23 copies on the VGA Pop Report on Star Wars here. I'm also curious about Stack Up sale prices here. If we can get some comps. VGA 85. That was a. Is there a sticker on there? I think there's a sticker on here.
Fair warning.
Is there a sticker? No, I'm crazy. There's no sticker on there. Get it together, Greg. VJ 85, no sticker for 4,600. Was this a gloss sticker on here then? It just says hinge sticker. Come on, VGA. Matte sticker first production. Okay. So VJ 85 matte sticker 7,200. VJ 80 7,800 back in February 2023. So yeah, someone got themselves a nice little pickup on Stack Up. I'm surprised. I'm surprised Stack Up is dropping in value. Man, maybe I shouldn't be. It's niche. I get that it's niche. Like getting a matte sticker Stack Up. I mean, I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know how I feel about Stack Up. Star Wars went for 2,375. Stinger 7.0A hang tab copy.
Next lot.
You wish you could afford a Super C? You're too cheap. I got my Super C years ago, so I think I paid $200 for mine. Thumbs up. I actually bought some of my favorite NES games, thank God. Pretty sure Super C, yeah, it cost me like $200 US.
$1,800. $2,000.
9.4A copy here, pushing its way up to almost 2,500. But yeah, Super C, one of my favorite NES games, period. Grew up playing it, love it, still play it to this day. Like, Super C is just super freaking fun.
Next lot. 5,000.
What's my favorite console to collect for outside of N64? NES. Like, absolutely NES. It's N64, then NES, and then everything else. Frankly.
$7,000.
I don't even know what I would put next. GameCube? Yeah, probably N64, NES, GameCube. Would be my 3. Yeah. I'll go with that. Super Mario Bros. 9.0A plus. Looking for 10,000 if one more bid. There's a cut bid. Next bid puts it at 10 grand. Sitting just shy right now. Your NES, Game Boy, SNES, Craig? SNES, yeah, SNES was just the console I had to sacrifice, basically. Like, I was already doing N64 and NES. I literally just, like, couldn't also do SNES. I had to sacrifice one of them. SNES got cut. I still have some Super Nintendo stuff, obviously, but I never went super deep with it. Super Mario Bros. $9,700. Just shy of 10 grand still for the 9.0 A plus. That's basically where these have settled. If you want a 9.0 A plus, anywhere from 8 to 12,000, right? That's just kind of where they are right now. I need to buy one. I need to get one.
Fair warning.
So yeah, we'll see how that goes. Super Mario Bros. 2, 9.2 A plus here, oval seal copy. Silver Surfer cover was first a graphic novel in 1988, then it was a poster, then it was the game. That's crazy. Drop Fiend, you are N64, GameCube, PS1, PS2, Sega Genesis, then OG Xbox. Good to see another Xbox connoisseur out here.
Next lot.
What are you saying, Game Gallery here? Another prediction long term, the odor will pass the artist. Isn't Miyamoto in his 70s? Another prediction, registry struts will happen, black boxes will rule.
2,200.
Yeah, once we have a registry, if a registry set ever happens, yes, that'll help the hobby big time. Super Mario Bros. 2, $2,625 for the 9.2 A plus. Mario 2 is very affordable now. Like, very affordable. $2,600 gets you a nice later print copy. I mean, yeah, it's not an early print, it's not a 9.8, but like 9.2 A plus oval? Just over 2,000 bucks. It's not bad. Here's an 85 plus oval. You bet CGC will have registry sets. Oh my, I can't even say that. It's like a tongue twister. Registry sets within 2 years. I really hope so. Like, all I want, or I assume what people want when they say that, is like just like how PSA has it. You log your cards on the website, you compete against other people. I think PSA even has like a ceremony or some shit where they give you like a plaque. If you have like the best Yu-Gi-Oh collection, and they like give you a plaque. Like, I'm pretty sure PSA goes all in with the registry idea. So if we can even get something like very, very just, you know, you check off your collection, you can see who owns what, that'd be awesome.
$700.
Maybe someday CGC will give a trophy for whoever has the highest grade NES set. The year is 2060 and like I'm holding up a trophy.
$750.
In retrospect, you got the better trades in terms of value, seeing how much more sought after Mega Man is compared to Rygar. Still, you were only 11 at the time and you were bummed out by the trade. Yeah, in retrospect, you won. But, like, I mean, at the time, I'd be devastated. Mario Bros. Is a 9.6 CIB. That's a nice frickin' CIB there. Pushing its way to almost $1,000. Yeah, like, HW, your 9.8 Simon's Quest just has to be $1,000, right? It just has to be.
$850.
Registry sets made US coins in the 90s. Well, even back on Nintendo age, we used to do, as if I was frickin' in charge of anything. They used to do, complete collection, like, achievements. Where it would be laid out on Nintendo age. They'd be like, oh, do you have the complete Mario Party set? And it's like, here are the games that are included with it. If you get them, you take a picture, you send it in, and the mods will give you an emblem. So, like, that was really early Nintendo age stuff, where people were competing to complete these sets. And the sets were clearly outlined, and upon completion, you get a little check mark, you get an achievement. And it was fucking awesome. Like, it was fantastic. Yeah, the emblems for subsets. That's essentially what a registry is, Sanford.
Next
like,
lot.
Essentially.
1,100.
A little bit more detail and stuff goes into the registry, but
$1,500.
you'd love that for when you finish the sealed Kirby run. That's what the complete Kirby collection was. Absolutely an emblem, and you'd get a warp star on your profile. Very cool stuff. Very cool stuff. The Mario Bros. CIB went for $1,250 into Tecmo Bowl, 85 plus here. How do they know you actually have? Yeah, you'd have to send in a picture. I don't know how registry stats do it, though, Trevor. I don't know how they confirm ownership with like the PSA registry set.
$3,000.
That I don't know. Game Boy has so many obscure titles, like that one I posted last night. Yes, Craig. Going after complete
Fair
Game Boy is impossible. Sealed Game Boy is even more impossible.
Next lot.
It's probably the hardest the hardest CIB set to complete, period. Original Game Boy. There's so many rare stud things that just do not come for sale. It's not even the issue of paying for a lot of the Game Boy stuff. They just don't come for sale.
Fair
So,
warning.
that's why I never got deep into Game Boy. It's freaking impossible.
$1,900.
You got that SMB NES in 1986 for $26 at Toys R Us. Rip the shrink wrap right off the top with your thumbnail. That's awesome. I wish I had memories like that nights. We never had a brand new NES game. I was way too young. You scan the barcode on the slab into your collection on the registry. Is it just kind of like they take your word for it then? Like if you sell the card,
$2,400.
yeah, I guess if ownership of the card changes, how is that tracked? Tecmo Bowl went for $3,500 to the oval there, 85 plus. Turtles, 9.48 plus. I think Turtles yesterday was a good price, wasn't it? Wasn't it like an 85 plus for $3,000? Or are lower grade copies just not all that expensive on Turtles? 9.48 plus CGC for $2,600. Yeah, I mean, I guess it just kind of floats in that range. Yeah, even going back to July 2023, 9.48 plus, $3,000. Turtles has just kind of settled in that $3,000 range for a pretty high mid-grade copy there. Mid to high grade is what I meant to say. Thrilla's Safari 9.2A. Only 8 copies on the pop report. Rare as all heck on Town and Country 2. Thrilla's Safari.
Fair warning.
Looking for $1,800.
Next lot. $420.
$1,750. X-Men 9.2A plus. You'd figure I also have that sweet 9.8 Alien Wars for Game Boy with the plastic shrink. Oh yeah, that's crazy. The Alien Wars is crazy. Like Captain America on Game Boy, yeah. Like, there's probably like over 200 Game Boy games that just like never come up for sale. 200 might be a lot. Over 100 for sure. But if 2 accounts have it, then you send them a pic and they reach out from the previous owner. They transfer ownership. Gotcha. So just like PSA also has some, the most recent person to scan. Ah, that would make sense, I guess. If you just scan it in again, it would just erase it from the other account. If you sell a graded coin, the new owner just requests that I transfer ownership through the registry. Gotcha.
Fair warning.
I mean, cool. Like, yes, if games can get something like that, it would do wonders for the hobby, I think. Because as soon as people can compete and show off and brag, and you know what I mean? If you can publicly be the best, that helps all the
fair warning.
that just helps hobbies and collectibles and you know. It's always fun when you can compete with other people. Mom was so mad that you had to buy Super Mario game on top of the Rob Duck Hunt set before the pack-in. Well, thank God you did before the pack-in. Yeah, you would have been stuck with frickin' Rob and Duck Hunt. You see the 85 plus Solomon's Key that AM posted earlier on the Discord. Sick. Love that game. It's the highest pop of just... Is it a hang tab copy, HW? I think the DFW collection, the Dallas-Fort Worth, might have a Solomon's Key. It might. That sounds familiar. There might be a high-grade hang tab Solomon's Key coming out of that as well. Speaking of. Yes, it is a hang tab? Yeah, that's crazy. You agree on a game registry? It'd be a great addition. The problem is variants. I mean, we'd have to, you know, deal with that problem when it comes. You'd have to deal with the issue of variants and stuff as it comes up. But the Uncanny X-Men, 9.2A plus, going for $1,250 there. That's an awesome cover. I still need to watch X-Men 97. Like, I've heard X-Men 97 is fantastic. I need to watch it soon here. I loved X-Men 90s. 90s Spider-Man, 90s X-Men. Obviously, that's what I grew up with, so really excited to watch that soon.
$1,500. $1,600. $1,000.
You love Solomon's Key? Yeah, that game's always had its fans. Not a title I know much about, but is the mascot in the game called Solomon? Like, is that the little wizard? I know that was like the Nintendo age mascot. So I've always, you know, I always have it in my head. Solomon's Key is forever ingrained on me. Best Marvel anything since Endgame. X-Men 97 is amazing. Oh, man. Maybe I'll start that tonight. I don't think I'm doing anything tonight. Maybe I'll pop on some X-Men 97. We can start watching. Hulkamania, WrestleMania there. 9.8A plus. Absolutely love the cover art. Yeah, that's just fantastic. I have a copy of this myself. Not a 9.8A plus, but gotta have the Hulkster in the collection. $2,100 for the 9.8A plus. WrestleMania Challenge, 9.6A plus.
Fair warning.
I don't think this comes up much.
Next lot. 1,000.
Didn't say in the description there, but sub $1,000 to WrestleMania Challenge. $968 into Zelda 2, 85 plus. This is, yeah, the only copy of Zelda 2 in this auction. There was no copy yesterday. Any unopened MSX2 grails graded yet, like Metal Gear, Castlevania? I know very, 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 very little about the MSX2. So my answer will be pass. I just don't know enough about it. You play as Dana in Solomon's Key. Puzzle game like Lolo and Kickle Cubicle. Is Dana? Oh, well, all right. All right. Yeah, so that Dana, I think it's Dana. That's how little I know about that game. Always heard that it's good, but never got around to it.
Next lot. 1,100.
Zelda 2, 85 plus, $3,500. Also a game I need to get at some point. I feel like I'm saying that about all of these $2,000 to $3,000 games now. And, you know, I say it for 10 of them, and it's like, oh, well, I need $20,000. But, you know, Adventure of Link, it's freaking Zelda 2. $3,000 now. Ah.
Fair warning.
Freaking beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Zombie Nation 9.6. Speaking of beautiful, wow. The high-grade copy of Zombie Nation. Wow, $1,500, hey? That doesn't even feel bad. Isn't any copy of Zombie Nation like $600, $700 at this point? And Super Nintendo begins now. The last NES game there. Someone in the chat here, I read the message when I saw it, said they won the Banjo-Tooie yesterday. Congrats. That was one that immediately stood out to me as a good deal. Maybe it was Time Capsule, I think? You said you won the Banjo-Tooie? Congrats, man. Yo, Fletch! Go, dude! Welcome to the Greg Gang. Much appreciated for the support, my guy. May you have my respect. Donkey Kong Country 9.6A, first production copy here with the ESRB above the UPC, pushing its way over $3,000 for the 9.0. Or 9.6, sorry, 9.6A. Jesus, nice copy. The frickin' that seeing this Wada case just feels dirty. Like, oh my god, I don't like this. This, oh my gosh. 9.6A. Looking for over $4,000 here. Almost you can afford the Zelda 2. That's what I'm saying, Odin. It's like, they're down to prices where, like, most normal collectors in this scene can afford this. But if you buy this, like, that's going to drain your budget, you know? It's kind of like that. You have to be selective, but if I save up, I can buy an Adventure of Link. I can do that. It's like how I bought the Smash Bros, right? Like, I can make a few purchases here and there. But then the next 4 months are me selling shit and saving money, you know? But you can kind of make it work. Some of these prices you can work with. Donkey Kong Country pushing its way up to almost $7,500. Didn't yesterday's 9.8 only bring in like frickin' 16,000? 16,250 for the 9.8 A++. This copy here is pushing to over 7,000?
$6,500.
Is this going to sell for like half the cost of the 9.8 A++?
$7,000.
Yes, it is. Looking for $9,300. Looking for Looking for 10,000 on Donkey Kong Country here. 9.6A. I said yesterday that I felt this was a bit cheap, the 9.8A++, 16,000. Given these two prices now, I would much rather have the 9.8A++ for 16,000. This is still pushing. We're looking for 11,000. That's wild. We're looking for almost 12,000 now. We're looking for over 12,000. People love the ugly case, Jeff. They want the case. That is what a history. Rare case. Rare case variant. Looking for 13,750. The variant's the exact same, Joe. They're both first print copies. ESRB above the UPC. They're both... I'm positive they're the same here, right? Yeah, these are the same. Early print copies of the game. First print copies. Looking for... It's going to be the same price. It doesn't matter if it's undergraded Game Gallery. Could have just bought the 9.8 yesterday. Seems kind of nutty. Yeah, same print, Mark. Same print with the...
Fair warning. $14,000.
The UPC here. Like this signifies the first print having the K to A above the UPC rate here. Made in Japan, K to A rate there. So that's the same. That's the copy.
Fair warning. Next lot.
I don't know. I don't know. It's still open. They're not even going to close it. They brought it back. The whole auction broke. DK just broke the auction. I don't know. Like, stop the press.
Fair warning.
Wild. Wild. The 9.8A++ yesterday was a WADA copy as well. Oh, did I lose it now? I closed it. Damn it. I need to go back to yesterday's results here. Auction details. View lot sold. Gallery. Here it is. Same copy. Like, same copy. Made in Japan. ESRB above. 1,625. Tied with 2 for the highest graded copy. I don't know. It's just wild. Wild discrepancy. Same exact price. Someone got a snag yesterday. Or someone just... the consignor got themselves a snag today. However you want to look at it. Mario's early years, 8.5A+. I mean, I think DKC was undervalued as hell at 16,000. So is this a correction? A real-time correction here? I don't know. We'll have to see what the hell it does the next time we see one. Mario's fun. Early years fun with numbers here. 8.5A+ for $1,000. Mega Man X, 90+ Majesco copy. Later production.
2,600.
Yeah, Heritage had to pause the bidding there, Craig, to take a double look. Pretty nutty there. I mean, that's the fun of the signature auction, is just you don't know who's going to show up for the bidding on these. It is we're at the top of the hour, so the next one coming up is going to be in August. Of course, this stream is sponsored by Heritage Auction, so if you want to get into the next signature auction in August, amongst some other huge games that are going to be coming up, you can reach out, videogames@ha.com. There's a referral link in the description of the video you can use. You can get free appraisals. You can talk to the consignment experts. They can help you grade your games if they aren't graded already. Get them graded, and you don't pay any fees until everything finalizes at the very end. Videogames@ha.com. Consign for the next signature. Consign for the weekly auctions every single Tuesday. Huge thanks to them sponsoring. Huge thanks to you guys being here. That's the fun of signature auctions. You just don't know. The Majesco 90+ Mega Man X, 3,250. Coming up in the August one, speaking of, 9.8A++ made in Japan Mega Man X. So, something for you Super Nintendo guys to look forward to. Michael Jordan in the Windy City, 9.4A+. Michael Jordan always gets some love as well on Super Nintendo here. What do we have for comps? It's looking for like $2,000 right now. 9.4A+, November 5th, 2022, hey, 4,000. Oh my gosh, April 2022. A 9.2A plus went for 26,000. Wow. Michael Jordan, man. Woof. Woof. Seriously, used to get some love, hey? That's when sports games were absolutely going nutty. Jesus. $2,000 now, just shy of 2,000. I'm fine with that. That sounds fine. $1,937. It's a cool game. It's Michael Jordan. It'll always sell well. The sports crossover with video games now is it's real. It is real.
Fair warning.
Mortal Kombat 9.0A. Oh man, sitting below $1,000. Okay, there we go. I was gonna say, quickly corrected itself over 1,000. We're pushing up to 1,300 now. Looking for 1,500. There we go. I was gonna say that seemed insanely cheap for Mortal Kombat 1. You remember that Michael Jordan? I forgot about that Michael Jordan.
Fair warning.
I had forgot about that Michael Jordan. Is Shaq Fu finally gonna get? Yeah, gonna finally blast off. Invest in Shaq Fu. I mean, as stupid as it is, Davey, Shaq Fu could be a lot more valuable. Like, it just could be. Shaq is still super freaking relevant.
Fair warning.
And as a meme, like a pop culture relic, like Shaq Fu, man. It's a cool game. Mortal Kombat going for $1,500 for the 9.0 there. Mortal Kombat 2, 9.2A plus. Shaq Fu is pretty cool. Big facts, yeah. Facts on Shaq. Like, frick, you sit down to watch any NBA and, like, you're still going to see Shaq, right? Still super relevant, dude.
Fair warning.
I don't know if that translates to sports collectors. Does Shaq have super expensive cards? I guess let's start there. Are Shaq rookies super expensive? Does Shaq have some, like, numbered 1 of 1s, 1 of 5s, gold prism refractors? I don't know enough about sports collecting.
Fair warning.
Are we buying Shaq debut tickets? How deep do we need to go on Shaq?
Next lot. $1,300.
9.2A plus or $1,100 on the Mortal Kombat 2 there. Also, like, you know, get yourself a nice little set of Mortal Kombat games for $2,500.
Fair warning.
You own both of them, $2,500? Not bad. Mortal Kombat 1 and 2, pretty freaking cool. NBA Jam 9.0A plus, $1,500 for the later production there. Sim City 9.8A plus. Jesus, is this second production copy? I was about to say, this is still might be top graded copy of its variant.
Fair warning.
Highest graded across all variants. Yeah, that's a nice copy of Sim City, selling for over $2,000. Street Fighter 2, from the Atwood collection. I haven't seen anything from the Atwood collection in a long time. 9.8A plus here, pushing its way up over 3,500.
Fair warning.
Shaq has never gotten the GOAT love. Shaq meme GIF NFTs, the only debuts we're buying are Tays. Ugh. CIB copy of first Shaq music album, some scratches, 90 grand asking, no lowballs, you know what you have. Seriously.
$3,600.
Did Shaq just blow it? Did he blow his mystique by making affordable shoes? Was that the downfall of Shaq value?
$3,000.
Should he have never put his shoes in the hands of kids who actually need them? Was that where he went wrong? Pretty sure I owned Shaq's as a frickin' kid. Good shoes. Good brand. Shaq and Ann 1, baby. Some discount Jordans. Street Fighter 2 pushing its way up to almost 5,000 here. You could buy a super nice Street Fighter 2 cabinet for half of this, but what the hell are you going to do with the cabinet? What are you doing with the cabinet? Taking up a small closet with it? Nobody wants a Street Fighter 2 cabinet. They want the game. This is what people want, Joe. Quit being a boomer, man.
Next lot.
Shaq sells some pretty dope printer cartridges. You don't have a printer, but you're sure they're great. Street Fighter 2, the 9.8A plus is $5,000. When did we last see a 9.8A plus? We have a 9.8A plus plus for $11,000. That's all the way back in, like, that's a year ago. 9.6A was $1,680 in February of this year.
$1,400.
$5,000 for the 9.8A plus now, hey? I want to get a copy of Street Fighter 2. I'm a huge fan. I love it. Good game. This is one of those things where, you know, I just didn't collect Super Nintendo that serious, so I don't own one. But cool game. $5,000 now for the 9.88 plus. Obviously, there's a lot of higher grade copies of this floating around. It had cases that existed. I mean, this is from the Atwood collection. Atwood probably had a freaking case of them, but $5,100. Street Fighter 2 Turbo, $1,625. Super Bomberman Party Pack, 75 plus. Cool big box. One of the very few big boxes on Super Nintendo.
Fair warning.
Gen X wants the cabinets, not boomers. Joe is like 50 years old, Knights. He counts.
$1,200.
Joe is resident boomer. Is that an emote? Did I put resident boomer as an emote? I didn't. Maybe I should. Just for Joe. Will CGC grade and encapsulate your Bloodstorm arcade? Yeah, trying to get the most sale value. Yeah, when do we get cabinet grading, right? When do we get cabinet grading? Yeah, thanks. You're welcome, Joe. You're welcome. You're the ripe young age of 50, Joe. You never looked younger. Never been younger. Super Bomberman went for $1,375. Super Bonk, 9.48 plus plus. This is nice. Only 9 copies on the pop report for Super Bonk. Obviously, the Turbo Graphic 16 mascot Bonk, but I still get some love on Super Nintendo, I think. Only 9 on the pop report. I mean, pushing its way up over $1,000 here. Did you actually 8-bit? Did you used to work at Majesco as a game tester? What years would that have been?
$900.
And you'll address me as Mr. Boomer. Boomers are 60 and over? Like, literally, yes. But I will say there's also a boomer mindset. Being a boomer is not only being old, it's also like it's a mindset, you know?
$500. $1,600. $1,000.
It's a way of thinking. It's a way of life.
$1,800.
Super Bonk, $1,000. Not really. Like, not really a lot of love, I would say. $1,000, pop 9.
$2,200.
I'm underwhelmed. I'm underwhelmed, I guess is what I'll say. I think we've seen a lot more obscure Super Nintendo games like this go above $1,000. I thought Super Bonk just might have a little bit more gas. Super Ghouls and Ghosts, 9.68 plus. More of a household name here for sure. This is cool. Over $3,000 here, climbing to $3,500. Super Ghouls and Ghosts had someone flood like 6 of them. Remember when we were seeing CGC copies like every week? The comps aren't going to show me, but there were a bunch of those that were coming out for a while there. 3,250 on the Super Ghouls and Ghosts. Oh, someone asked about Player's Choice Super Mario World just yesterday. Fuck, it's a 9.88 plus today though. Oof. This could do something. I know it's Player's Choice, but 9.88 plus could do something here still. Looking for $4,500 right now. How is it that Heritage doesn't even have a proper video game category? Yeah, that was coming soon. That was coming soon. It never came. Looking for $5,250 on this Player's Choice Super Mario World. Basically the best possible like alternative you could have to having a factory sealed first print. I think I would rather have this than a CIB Black Label. Just because, like, you know, 9.88 plus. I'm surprised. Only $5,000. Only, you know? Felt like something that could have got into a bit of a bidding war there. 5,250, 9.88 plus CGC. Super Mario World Player's Choice. Still beautiful, hey? Like, it still invokes all of that nostalgia, even as a Player's Choice. Very cool. Super Punch-Out, 9.28 plus, made in Japan, with ESRB rating, a little bit of a later production copy. Super Punch-Out must also have a K to A rating on it. This one having the E for everyone, being a later production copy here. 9.28 plus, pushing over $2,000. You were doing
Fair
GBA Xbox testing, maybe 2004, 2005? Gotcha. Gotcha. A bit later into the Majesco years then. Bit later into the Majesco years. Does Majesco still exist?
Fair warning.
I guess that's the question I need to ask. Is Majesco still even around? Because I know they did some GBA releases. I guess they were publishing shit on the Wii still, hey?
Fair
Were they
warning.
still reprinting stuff? I don't even know. The auction total also, we're up to $1.83 million for the 2 days so far. Pretty freaking nutty. We got another 100 games to go, so we are in for the long haul today, boys. Bit of a marathon. Game Boy's about to start. We still have N64. We still have PlayStation 1. We still have everything. Everything else. Console, someone was asking about. We have a big console block coming up with Game Boy there. Pokemon games a bit later. Lots of good N64 stuff. There's still so many games to go. And then, of course, Sega. Sega's coming up after all of the Nintendo stuff. Genesis has a whole slew of good stuff. We have frickin' CDI, Zelda. There's still so much stuff. Still so much stuff to go. Buckle in, you guys. Buckle up, buckaroos. We got a lot of auction to go still. Super Punch-Out, $2,600. Super Street Fighter 2, 9.68++ for $1,400. Super Street Fighter 2 again. VGA 90 going head-to-head with a 9.6A++. I think I'd rather have the 90. I think. What do you guys think? 9.6A++ or VGA 90? I think I would rather have the 90 because the 90 could be anything. It could even be a 9.6A++. So I think that makes it a bit more exciting.
Next lot.
What's my opinion on the show Letterkenny? I was just too young for it. Like, Letterkenny might be good, but I was literally just too young when it was actually airing, and I've never gone back to watch it or anything. Oh no, sorry, never mind. Letterkenny. I didn't like it. Didn't like it much. I was thinking of fucking Kenny versus Spenny for some reason. Why did my mind go there? Why did I think of that? I was thinking of Kenny versus Spenny. What? Yeah, Letterkenny's fine. It's fine. I don't find like Canadian stereotype humor like that to be that funny.
Fair warning.
So,
$1,800.
Like, nothing against Letterkenny. I just never found it to be that funny.
$2,000.
I've seen a few episodes, you know. I know it's huge. Never got into it. It's like Corner Gas. Another, like, just Canadian things. Corner Gas just simply wasn't that funny.
Next lot.
The VGA 90, though, did outsell the 9.6A++. $1,500 versus $1,437. Yeah, I don't know what the hell I was thinking, Big Lex. I don't know what my brain was doing there. That's what happens when I'm just reading off these video games and trying to keep up with anything here. My brain just melts every now and then. Teenage Mutant Ninja Tournament Fighters 9.0A+. From the Mark Friedman collection, $2,500 on Super Nintendo. Tournament Fighters on Super Nintendo almost freaking outsells it on NES. Like, it's crazy how close they are in factory sealed price, but the CIB NES game, like, blows this out of the water. Baseball, 9.6A+, later production copy for $1,000 there. Battle Arena Toshinden, 9.6A+. Yeah, Corner Gas sucks. I'll even just escalate that opinion a bit further. It's just freaking boring. It's like King of the Hill, I found freaking boring too. That's kind of on the same level as Corner Gas. Just boring. I don't know if King of the Hill is even supposed to be a comedy, to be honest. Maybe I was just too young for it. I don't know. Never got into it. As a Canadian, whenever you see it's a Canadian show, you're turned off. Canadian TV just looks wrong. I don't even know. I don't even know if there's a Canadian show that I really like. Like, I don't know. I don't even know. King of the Hill sucks. Yeah, King of the Hill, it just wasn't good. I know some people love it. Always seem to suck.
Fair warning.
I just think when you talk about VGA 90, Davey, Like, I know I made the joke, it could be a 9.6 A++, but when you have a 90, it could be a 9.8 A++. Like, there are people who cross, like, someone in the Discord just crossed VGA 90 Pokemon Red to a 9.8 A++ Pokemon Red. And I think that's what makes the 90 more exciting. Is the ceiling can be heavier than the 9.6. So if you want to take that gamble, if you want to take that chance, the 90 has that possibility. That's why I personally like it more. Castlevania Adventures, a 9.4 A+ early production copy here. The Rick Mercer Report, yeah.
Fair warning.
I watched a little bit of Mercer Report. I did. King of the Hill, really USA-centric. Maybe that's why it didn't resonate with me. The few times you visited Canada and watched TV, curling was on and they never explained how it worked. You guys have fucking curling in the US, don't you? Surely. Like, yes, curling was on my whole life growing up. My frickin' girlfriend's aunt, like, won the Olympics curling. That's how, you know, connected curling is in Canada, but you guys have it in the States.
Fair warning.
Castlevania Adventure, $1,500. Into Contra, the Alien Wars. Yeah, 9.6 A++ here. That's nice. Looking for over 2,000 on this. Highest graded copy they've ever offered here at Heritage. Jeez. Yeah, that's a really nice copy. Looking for 2,700 on it now. You guys have it, but did not your national pastime. No idea how the scoring worked or whatever the strategy was. Yeah. Curling's fine. Curling is absolutely fine.
Fair warning. 2,400.
Curling is more fun to play than it is to watch. And it's still not that fun to play it, but it's not that fun to watch it either. Contra's pushing up to almost 3,000 here.
Warning. Next lot.
Almost. Just about there. 2,750 for Contra the Alien Wars. Into Disney's Tailspin, 9.6 A+. This is a first production Capcom copy as well. Jeez. Yeah, okay. Bidding is immediately at 4,000, over 4,000. I was going to say, as an actual Capcom copy, this is fucking good. Tied with one other copy, a total of just 4 across. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it just never comes up. First time offering it. My god. What else does this have going for it here? Speaking of Game Boy games being impossible, like, this is Tailspin. This shouldn't be that rare. Looking for 4,750 on it right now. Crazy.
4,200.
Looking for over 5,000 on it. It's fun to yell at rocks. It really is. Yeah, it's kind of fun. It's kind of fun to curl. Kind of fun.
4,000.
Where would you think your 9.8 CIB copy goes? I think over 1K, but not much over HW. That would make sense to me. Like $1,200, $1,300, somewhere in there. I mean, maybe someone would give you 1,500. Like I said with the Atari stuff at the start, like the floor and the ceiling might not be that far apart on this Game Boy stuff. Because you might get a Game Boy collector who doesn't give a shit about sealed, who's willing to pay, you know, $1,500 for a CIB. But they would never even consider a sealed copy at $3,000, so.
5,000.
Tailspin is still going. We're looking for almost 7,000 now. Yugi-preneur, you're just in time for Tailspin, my guy. Low-key, one of the most expensive games of the auction so far.
Fair warning. $6,000.
Hard! Hard! Wow! 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 Like that, Joe? Some good curling? Almost 70, looking for over $8,000 on Tailspin. Whew. I don't know if Tailspin's a good game. I don't even know if Tailspin's a good TV show. I don't know. Tailspin is before my time.
Fair warning.
It's slightly before my time. It's same with Rescue Rangers. It's just like 5 years before me. Something like that. 7 years before me. So I don't even know if Tailspin is any. I don't know anything about Tailspin. I don't even know the freaking theme song. $7,500 though. $7,500. Pretty crazy.
1,100.
Pretty crazy. Donkey Kong, 9.68 plus. This is the highest graded copy of Donkey Kong, apparently. Pushing over $1,000 here.
1,000.
This is crazy for Tailspin. I think a lot of Game Boy games suck, HW. I think a lot of Game Boy games suck. You got scammed yesterday for $750? Oof, what happened? That sucks. Curling in the States is a thing, but it's mostly upper Midwest and other places close to the border that are practically Canadian anyway. That said, it's one of your favorites for Winter Olympics. There we go. There we go.
Fair warning.
That's what I like to hear, Skate Soup. Your ceiling was 6,500 on Tailspin. Did it end once you backed out, Craig, or was there someone else? Like, were there 3 of you or just 2 of you pushing Tailspin here? I'm shocked, man. 7,500, frick. Donkey Kong's pushing up here, looking for 1,750 now. Someone else was the underbidder. Jesus, so there were 3 of you guys pushing above 6,000. Woof. The TV show was amazing.
$1,500.
Yeah, I never saw the TV show Tailspin. Just means nothing to me. Slightly before my time. Tailspin had Jungle Book characters, Baloo and a few others, a single season. Oh, it was only a single season? Well, no wonder I didn't see it. Really great show, like a lot of the single season stuff from 90s from Disney. For some reason, I thought it was like, you know, a running thing, not a single season. That's crazy. It's crazy how many, like, games and it feels like it had so much more than single season.
1,000.
You were buying Kuon for the PS2, all was good, and you open the case and it's a copy of a not a real disc. Oof.
$1,900.
Yeah, that hurts, Mike. Hopefully you can just return it and nothing happens there. Hopefully it was eBay or something and just send it back, no issues.
Fair warning.
These Game Boy box arts are nostalgia AF. Looks so nice.
Next lot.
Donkey Kong closing for $2,250. That's cool. This is one of the very few Game Boy games I actually own CIB. Like, I have a very small CIB Game Boy collection, and it's mostly just Marios and Zeldas, so I do have Donkey Kong. I have Metroid 2, the Pokemon games. I probably own like 30 Game Boy games. Just not something I ever got into. Final Fantasy Legend 2, 9.68 plus Sunsoft later production or mid-production copy here. Mid-production copy. You need to wait for your money for 6 weeks. Oh my gosh, that's brutal, dude. At least you'll get your money back, but yeah, that's just a pain in the ass.
$480. $1,700.
Final Fantasy Legend 2, Sunsoft there, going for $1,500. If it was an actual Square release first print copy, it would go for quite a bit more. Much harder to get the first prints on these Final Fantasy Legend games than the reprints. Kirby's Dream Land 2, 9.48 plus. What a copy here. Pushing its way over $2,000. 9.8 yesterday sold for like 9,000, so we'll see what the 9.4 can do today. Gotta close some of this stuff here. I lost my, I lost yesterday's details again. Just want to get those open. There we go. And yeah, if there's anything you want to talk about from yesterday, any results, anything you're curious about, anything you won, just let me know.
2,000.
Let me know if there's anything you want to know from yesterday. Any opinions, talk, anything. You think Goof Troop was a single season as well? If it was, that's crazy, because I watched a lot of Goof Troop. And if it was seriously only one season, then I watched a lot of repeats of Goof Troop. Because that show was great. Assuming we all watched the same one. I still know the theme song for that one. That was great.
Fair warning.
Yeah, Annie, what did you win yesterday? Tell me about all your big wins, Annie Mays. Kirby's Dream Land 2 is pushing up to almost over 3,500 right now. Looking for 3,750 on the bid. I absolutely love the box art on this game too. Like, just absolutely adorable. Fantastic box art on Kirby's Dream Land 2. They nailed it. Nailed it.
3,000.
You're from the Netherlands. Where can you grade your games? Like, since you're going to be sending them across borders anyway, I don't know if it's feasible for you to just send them to one of the American companies.
$3,600.
I don't know. Pixel? Is Pixel the Germany one? Like, ideally, you probably just send them to America, but, like, it's Not ideal, man. Being in the
Fair warning.
Netherlands is not ideal for game grading and stuff. I'll give you that.
Next lot. 1,500.
Yeah, or UKG. I've heard so many mixed things about UKG now. Like, I don't know what to make of UKG.
$700.
And I've never used them myself, so all I ever get is secondhand information, you know? But yeah, UKG, Pixel are your European companies, I think. Your two big ones. Kirby's Dream Land 2, $4,500. Not too bad, actually. Not too bad. Link's Awakening, 8.5A on Game Boy. Jeez. Lower grade copy, but yeah, okay, there we go. I was going to say, it looked cheap, pushing its way up to almost $3,000 now. 8.5A. They just don't come up enough. There just aren't enough of these floating around, so even low grade copies are expensive.
2,400.
Also, for the Dutch guy grading with WATA is cheaper, even with the fees and customs, and 5 times as quick as Pixel. Oof. That hurts. Yeah, Pixel does seem legit. You'd just use CGC or WATA in that case, Trevor. I mean, yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. If it's still going to cost you that much anyway, then just pay for CGC or WATA because you'll probably get more market appreciation anyway.
Fair warning.
Goof Troop was 2 seasons. There we go.
2,800.
Yeah, still a tiny run for how much mileage your friends and you got out of it after school. I agree 100%. In my head, it seems like Goof Troop ran for like 10 years. But 2 seasons. Crazy. Almost $3,500 on Link's Awakening here.
Next lot.
3,250. Yeah, frick. Just, it's one of those things where there's no such thing as like a low floor, you know what I mean? Or, yeah, the floor's high is like just high. 8.08 plus was 4,000 last year. 8.5A is 3. I mean, I guess it's down a little bit. A little bit more accessible. Still looking at multiple thousands of dollars just as like an entry price on this, though. Oh, man. Oh, man.
$900.
It's tough. That's tough. Mario. I don't say Mario. Mario's Picross, 85 plus here on Game Boy. Who says Mario? Mario, get it. Yeah. Ugh, gross. US Zelda's Link Awakening DX for Game Boy Color would come up for auction one day. It does come up sometimes, Darkness. It's expensive as well, honestly.
$900.
If you're gonna get yourself, like, it's not cheap. It's still not cheap, but it's cheaper. They come up now and then. You can probably find some of those pop up on eBay here and there. 20-year anniversary of AVGN. That's insane. 20 years of Angry Video Game Nerd is insane.
Fair warning.
Metroid 2, 9.2A, first production 4-line warranty box. I was about to say it was going to sell for like $1,000. Now we're looking for $1,600. $1,000 would have been, yeah, good price on this.
Fair warning.
AVGN used some of your music in a handful of his videos years ago. That's cool. That's like that's really cool. 8-bit. Metroid 2 for $1,500 here. We have Mole Mania 9.6A plus. I just want to find some quick comps here on Metroid. 8.5A went for $1,000 back in August 2023. 9.2A for $1,500. 9.2A last sold for $2,160. Oh man, that's like 2 years ago though. Now we're not getting enough comps on Metroid 2 here. $1,500 doesn't feel bad.
$750.
Doesn't feel bad. Like, I think Metroid 2 is like a freaking key title. Like, I don't know if it's must own, but out of the few Game Boy games I own, I have Metroid 2. I think it's freaking, you know, if you like Metroid, if you're a fan of Samus Aran, I think it's a great game. $1,500 isn't bad. A little bit more accessible. Goof Troop Season 1 had 65 episodes. Well, shit. No wonder it felt like it ran for 5 years. There was endless episodes. How do you have 65 episodes in a season? That's insanity. I assume that's like 65 15-minute episodes? Is AVGN still around? Yes. Yes, he is. Doesn't make as much content anymore as he used to, but yes, he's still around. Absolutely.
$1,000. $1,100.
Yeah, just move to the United States, Mike. Easiest option. Just pack up from Amsterdam and take a little trip across. You have an order with Pixel you did 1.5 months ago, paid 70 euros per game. Whew. And 60 for a DS game. 5 months wait time. 70 euro per game? That hurts. That hurts, Trevor. That hurts. That's like paying that VGA premium, man, when they wanted like 90 bucks a game. It's like, oof, that hurts. Mole Mania, 1250 for the 9.6A Plus into Super Mario Land. 9.0A Plus here, yellow screenshot. Mid-production, later production, somewhere in there. Looking for over $1,000 here. I've never used Katawiki. I've like heard of it a few times, Mike, but yeah, Katawiki doesn't exist here. Or I've never used it anyway. Mario's a Canadian thing? Is it? Is that where Mario comes from? Sounds so wrong to me. You would always go with VGA, but that's because you're a VGA collector, so fair-wise, WATA, CGC, or Pixel is also okay-ish.
Fair warning.
64, 65, 30-ish minutes episodes was a standard season for larger budget 80s Saturday morning cartoons. That production process may have carried over. That's crazy. Yeah, I guess that's why it seems like Goof Troop lasted as long as it did, because it had endless episodes.
Fair warning.
Super Mario Land 9.0A Plus went for $1,500. VGA 90 Mario Land 2. That's beautiful. I wish it told me some pop report information here. Because VGA 90 on this is really, really nice. But I'd love to know, like, you know, are we talking 4 graded higher, 2 graded higher? What do we got on that VGA pop report? Pushing its way up to over $4,000 here. Sorry for your opinion? No, you're good. You're good. I've used VGA for 10 years plus, so I have no issues with them whatsoever myself. Now AVGN is James playing AVGN instead of him being all those years ago. 32X episode Nightmare on Elm Street were great. Anything past 2010 seems canned and corny. So HW, I did agree. I agree with you to a point. AVGN, I got into it maybe 2011 through 2014, so that was my like entry into AVGN. And I was like, oh, this is funny. He's a character. Blah 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 blah. And then, like, it wore on me, too, right? I started feeling forced, not the same spirit, not the same energy. And I checked out of AVGN for, like, 5 to 10 years. Just, like, never watched them anymore, right? But lately, like, say, 2022 onwards, I actually like James playing video games. Like, I am a fan of what the current AVGN is. Because, like, it's not the angry nerd anymore. You know what I mean? It's like James sits down, reviews a video game. And I am for that. I like it more toned down. I like this normal game review type stuff. So, as a more laid back, a little bit more mature of a game review channel, I really like it. But I think it's like, because I've also, like, my humor has changed over the years. Like, I'm 30 years old now, right? I enjoy different things too, and I like the evolution of AVGN. I like where his channel's at right now. Super Mario Land 2 closed at $6,000. Yeah, VGA 90 is just really nice. Like, that's just a nice freaking copy of Mario Land 2.
Next lot.
Tennis, was that green screen? Jeez, it was 9.0A plus. Green screenshot, early production there, $1,600. Into Turok, Battle of the Binosaurs, 9.6A plus.
Fair warning.
This copy is second highest graded out of just 7 on Game Boy.
Next lot.
Turok, not much love there, closing at $800. I thought there might be a little bit of a bidding war.
$3,000.
Game Boy console yellow screenshot, VGA 85, and we're right at the 50% mark. Halfway into the auction, boys. Cheers. That's 2 hours worth of energy drink there. That's a good sip. That's a good sipping ratio. We're pacing very nicely. I'm gonna have to go grab some water soon. This is like warm and flat. 2 hours worth of Rockstar. That's good value. Game Boy console VGA 85 here, mid-production, I believe. Pushing its way over 4,000, closing at $4,250.
$600.
And here's the Game Boy. Play it loud. Oh, it's qualified. Frick. I was about to pop off because this is pretty frickin' neat. Even qualified, it's pretty cool. But, you know. Still pushing its way up to over 1,500. Really easy here. Looking for 1,600 still. Qualified 85. Play it loud. Translucent Game Boy. Clear, I guess they call it, but... We should have laid back Greg. Let's get laid back Greg. I mean, obviously I'm elevated when I'm on camera, like wacky and zany. Like I'm obviously elevated.
Fair warning.
Yeah, no, you'll never get like, yeah, I'll always be elevated on camera. I will be. I enjoy shoutcasting. Like if I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna shoutcast. I like shoutcasting. I'm a fan. I wish like NFL and shit was shoutcasted. But you'll never get me that laid back. Video game, the Game Boy clear there. Went for frickin' 1,750 still as a qualified. If that was universal grade, man, that would have popped. That would have popped. Oof. Game Boy Pocket. VGA 85 gold. Actual sealed copy here.
Next lot. $1,100.
Yeah, you can't stand the gimmicky YouTube stuff. Quick cuts, trying way too hard to be funny. Yeah, like I mean, it's a thing, right? Some people do it really well, but the AVGN shtick, I think, has a timeline on it. But I personally prefer more chill, informative content rather than like wacky, zany, loud.
$1,600.
That's why I like AVGN now. It's just really good. You don't think it's funny for the most part? He didn't seem like he was acting in the first few seasons. That was the magic, like the Xmas special where he sees himself doing it in 50 years. Yes, I think that's the same with any shtick though. Like once you develop a character and you play that character and it becomes like your shtick or your thing, I think you can only naturally do it for so long until even for yourself it becomes a bit contrived. And then you're moving through the motions. Like you said, this is 20 years of AVGN. Of course he's fucking sick of it. You know? Any normal person would be. You just can't do that for that long. Or play a character. Be a caricature. Just is what it is. The Extreme Green Game Boy Pocket was really cool. I didn't talk about it. We're talking AVGN here, but... the Extreme Green, really nice, really cool. VGA 85 for $2,000. The gold went for $1,500. The limited edition Ice Blue, also really cool. Game Boy Pocket got some neat ones. This one's pushing up to $1,700 here. You're generally elevated. Need to bolt down my chair. We need Greg after hours stream on odd nights just to talk in BS. Yeah, we need Greg's gaming channel. It'll happen someday. Someday we'll just have chill gaming. Someday. You're happy with the DL2 price? Yes. What'd you say you paid, Melton Man? This one today just went for like $4,500, the Dreamland 2. You said you paid 3.4? 3.4K? It's a nice casing, but you don't know if you'd pay 2K for qualified? I absolutely would not. There's no world where I would pay $2,000 for qualified when you can buy a CIB for like $300. Wouldn't happen. Wouldn't be me. So, but like I said, you guys know where I sit on qualified, so I don't want to just sit here and fucking dunk on it every time a qualified comes up. The luscious locks are looking majestic. I need a haircut, Yugi.
Fair warning.
That's where I'm at. I need a frickin' haircut, dude.
1,900.
Are you even elevated? A bit. A bit. A bit, 8-bit.
Fair warning.
So do I, but for what that was, it worked, and you get everything runs its course, which I think it has. He's not that age, you can't do it anymore, ran out of gas, whatever it is, it's over. Yeah, I mean, hey, I'll take what we get right now. I like where AVGN's at. I like it where he's at. I've liked AVGN more now than I have in the past 10 years, so no complaints from me. But yes, in general, just the run is over.
Fair warning.
that type of YouTube content or game review content, like that run is just kind of over. This almost ended and everyone hit the bid button at the same time there. 4 bids came in automatically. Or I guess 2 live bids immediately. We're looking for 4,000 now. VGA 90 foil cover Oracle of Ages. Didn't we have the 90 plus sell for like 8,000? Maybe more? This game kind of popped off before. Oracle of Ages and Seasons, the foil cover ones, did really good in VGA 90. This one's still pushing, looking for 5,000 now. Maybe they have the comp. Yeah, 90. No, that's not it. Oh, VGA 90. $9,000 last year. Yeah, did really well. This copy push gets way up to 5,500 now. Yeah, it was a 90, Gary. We just confirmed it there. Thank you. Thank you, thank you.
Fair warning.
February 9th, 2023.
Next
And when those sold for $9,000, those were like, whoa, you know? Whoa. So 55 or 5,200 today still feels very fine. I would probably say more where it should have been the first time around, but hell of a sale. Oracle of Ages, man. That's expensive. Really good games, too. Really good games. Oracle of Ages and Seasons. I've only played Ages. I've played most of Ages. I'm actually currently playing it. But, yeah, good game. Great Zelda. I assume Seasons is also great. Pokemon Silver, 9.28 plus here, pushing its way up over 2,000 bucks. Not much Pokemon today. Actually, like barely any. This is
fair warning.
And trading card game, 9.88 plus plus. But the only Pokemon game here is Silver today. 2,100. Pokemon trading card game, 9.88 plus plus.
3,000.
Very, very, very nice copy of this game. I think there's a lot of high grade copies that exist. I think there were multiple cases of this game because I know PokeRev had at least 1 case, maybe 2 cases. So it just always scares me because I know there's a lot of supply out there of these high grade ones. And now, just knowing the supply exists doesn't mean the supply is ever going to hit the market. Like we're pushing $5,000 here, Pokemon trading card game. Which, by the way, if you've never played, fucking fantastic, super, super, super fun. Just emulate it, put it on your phone, have a night with it. Very fun, teaches you how to play the Pokemon game. Just, I loved it. Pushing its way up over $5,000. I love card games though. I'm just a fan of card game deck building. I like that meta. It's very fun. On another note, you're hoping they didn't. I can't even comment on that, HW. It's just, I know nothing about Beverly Hills Cop. Nothing. Not a damn thing. Where were those people when you were selling yours a couple months ago? What did yours sell for, Gary? $5,000 for the Pokemon trading card game, 9.88 plus plus. I believe it includes the Meowth card, if I'm not mistaken. It has a little card inside. I think it's promo Meowth. Super Mario Bros. Deluxe. This is fucking crazy. VGA 95 Hollow Strip first production copy. Man, that's nice. This is pushing over $3,500. Very, very nice here. Only 1 graded higher out of 32 of this variant on the VGA Pop Report. So yeah, 20 years of VGA grading. There's 32 first prints. Only 1 graded higher. Very nice. 3.3K. Wow. Yeah, geez, man. Got a little bit shafted there, Gary. Was that at auction or where'd you sell it?
$3,800. $4,000.
Yeah, I assume it was a case pack as well on this game gallery. I assume so as well.
$4,400.
Pushing its way up over 5,000. Looking for almost 6,000 now. Do we have any kind of comps on this for this high of a grade? We have a 95 second print. So, just speaking of print runs here, the 95 second print went for 1,100 only. And that was in November of last year. So not that long ago. What, 5 months, 6 months? Looks like VGA 90 Hollow Strip back in July 2023 went for about $3,000. Yeah, VGA 90 was about 3,000 last year. And even into August 2022. So the 95 here, $6,000? Still going, looking for $6,800. Yeah, this is doing really well. This is doing really well. You went private, you decided not to consign because you figured you'd end up with the same amount in your pocket after fees? Yes, you got close anyway. Like, I think 5.5K, I think this person won. right? Yeah, that's $4,100 after BP. But you got close at least. You got close at least. Like, I do want to buy a trading card game at some point, but like I can't pay freaking $5,000 for one.
Fair warning.
Looking for 7,500. Is it gonna end?
Next
There we
lot.
go. What, 7,000? $6,875. That's a nice copy of Mario Bros. Deluxe right there.
$1,400.
First production with the holo strip. Very nice. Jeez.
$1,500.
Pokemon. The Game Boy Color Teal console, 85 plus. Wait, do we have one Game Boy Color? Two. We also have the Pokemon one. Man, I love this one. Very, very, very nice. Of course, in Canada, we got a frickin'... I think I have it here. Yeah.
Next lot. $3,200.
Mine isn't sealed, of course, but we got this frickin', we get the Canadian variant. Edition Limitée. Yay, Canada variants. Woohoo. Thank God there's bilingual text all over it and no one wants it. Yay, woohoo. But it's just, man. Man, oh man, oh man. 2,000 for the Game Boy Color Teal there. And here is the, this is just so nice. Like, that's why I own one, because this Game Boy is just beautiful. VGA 80 plus, brand new, sealed, looking for 4,500. One day Beyblades will make it to Heritage. Just wait, baby. Just wait. Maybe it's time to sell your sealed one? Man. How nice is it, Fletch? Like, the Game Boy Color, man, it's beautiful. Beautiful console, beautiful box. Display is awesome.
$4,000.
Nice item. Nice item. You wanted one so bad as a kid? Me too. Part of why I own one now. We never had Game Boys as kids, though.
Fair warning.
You have your own Aussie one? Really? I didn't know PAL got their own.
$800.
$4,750 for the VGA 80 plus. Not too shabby. Not too shabby at all there. Banjo-Kazooie starts off N64.
Fair warning.
We'll see how it goes here. 2 hours and 6 minutes into the auction. N64 starts now. Probably an 85. This 80 plus has some gnarly... The more I have realized, Fletch, is that VGA 80 plus... it's not that great of a grade. Like, 80 plus, man, has a lot of variance. There can be some pretty bad stuff wrong on an 80 plus. Banjo-Kazooie 8.58 plus here, pushing its way almost $2,000. Jesus. You guys know I want Banjo-Kazooie, of course.
Fair warning.
Man, I don't know. The thought of spending $2,000 on an 8.5 hurts. $1,875, just like, I don't know if I'd be happy with an 8.5. I'm an elitist. $1,875 for Banjo-Kazooie. Castlevania, 85 plus here. I do need a banjo. Annie Mae, you want to hook me up? You want to hook me up with a nice banjo? You got something for me? Yeah, 80 plus just has a lot of wear to it.
Fair warning.
You also literally have an Aussie Game Boy Color see-through that says Aussie, Aussie, Aussie. That's insane. You need to start pumping the Aussie variants, Yugi. Become the ruler of your island. Yeah, standards are gonna screw me, Davey. Having standards are gonna screw me.
Next lot.
Because, like, you know, like, straight up, unless it's super rare, like, with Mario Party 1, it's coming up in a little bit here, I settled for a 7.5A plus. Because Mario Party is just frickin' hard to get. So I settled big time. I just don't really want to settle on Banjo. I feel like I can get a 9.0. I feel like I can get a 9.2, you know? Or at least it feels like I should be able to. Conker's Bad Fur Day, 9.6A plus plus. Only 2 copies graded higher out of 149. Wow, 9.8 just impossible on Conker's, hey? That's crazy. Pushing its way over $2,000. You paid $2K for your 8.0, you'll never make your money back? Yeah, that's, how long ago was that, Comac?
Next lot. $1,400.
I'll agree with that. 80 plus on console. 80 plus when cellophane doesn't exist, I agree, isn't as bad as 80 plus when cellophane does exist. I don't know if you'd agree with that. Because, yeah, 80 plus on some consoles or some big box PC stuff, not terrible. But, yeah, 80 plus is, it's a wide range. It's a wide range. Conker's 9.68 plus plus for just over $2,000, actually. The last 9.68 plus plus sold for basically the exact same price, actually. Back in November, $2,400. Today, 6 months later, $2,400. That's where Conker's is settled, right in that $2,000, $2,500 range, I guess. Not a game I'll probably buy at any point. Lower priority for me. I know it's Conker's, rare, cult classic. Just don't really care about it. There's higher priority stuff for me. Diddy Kong Racing, same deal. Cool game, a lot more higher priority stuff for me. 9.68 plus plus for $1,875. DK64, 9.68 plus. Looking for almost pushing up to $2,750 here. Gonna outsell Conker's. Or it already has outsold Conker's. Castlevania also went for $2,500 for the 85 plus. That feels like a lot for Castlevania, to be honest. We'll see if Donkey Kong here can push above 3,000. There was a 9.2 Top Pop CGC Banjo on eBay for $2,800 that got delisted a week ago. 9.2 Top Pop. That's the highest they have on the CGC Pop Report is a 9.2 on Banjo? Damn.
Fair warning.
Yo, take care, Mike. Appreciate you coming out, man. What's the frame rate on Diddy Kong Racing? Like 9? Isn't Diddy Kong really good? I haven't played a lot of it myself. It's been like probably 15 years since I played any Diddy Kong Racing. But I know people hold it in the upper echelon of like kart racing games on N64.
Next lot.
Castlevania 85 plus went for $2,500. The Donkey Kong 64, 9.68 plus, $3,125. That makes sense. That feels fine. The 85 plus here is already blowing it out of the water. Went over the CGC 9.68 plus, going head to head with VGA 85 plus. Selling very closely, actually. Almost the exact same price. $3,250 versus $3,125. So DK64, you can get yourself a pretty high grade copy right around the $3,000 mark. I think we had it selling. Or here's Castlevania Ocarina of Time Collector's Edition VGA 85. The fuck? For an 85? We're looking for almost $7,000 right now. What'd the copy sell for yesterday?
Fair warning. $6,000.
9.6 A++. Went for $7,800 yesterday. VGA 85. We're looking for $8,000. What? Huh?
Fair warning.
I mean, if we're comparing an 85 versus a 9.6 A++, give me the 9.6 A++ every single time. $7,500 for the 85. That's a damn good sale on that. Jeez. Mario Kart 64, VGA 80 plus on this, pushing its way to looking for 4,000.
Fair warning.
Give you the 85 every time? Yeah, you VGA homers. You guys love your damaged video games. 3,750 on Mario Kart 64. Mario Party, VGA 85. Looking for 4,000 on it.
3,000.
Oh, the Zelda came with other stuff. What?
3,800. 4,000.
Well, it came with the pre-order bag and stuff. Okay. It helps. It doesn't help that much. It helps, but it shouldn't help that much. That's what I would say about that pre-order stuff. It helps, but it shouldn't help to the tune of an extra $1,000 or something. Mario Party closing at just shy of 5,000. 5,000 right on the nose. Mario Party 1 VGA 85. I think the latest comp was a 9.2 A++ for 7,000. So a little bit lower for the 85 here. Just depends kind of where the cross is.
$3,000.
Mario Party 3 9.6 A+, tied with one other as the second highest graded copy on the Pop Report. Looking for 4,700 right now on Mario Party 3. We don't see a lot of Mario Party 3 come up. Period. Hence why it's at the frickin' signature, I guess.
Fair warning.
Looking for 4,750, looking for over 5,000, looking for 5,500. My God, bid just moved quick there. Just got a cut bid, still looking for 5,500 on it. The Zelda movie's coming. I mean, maybe everyone's pumping up Ocarina of Time for that. Because even the 2 Ocarina of Times yesterday, the 85 plus standard did pretty damn good. Yeah, that pre-order stuff, Gary, just shouldn't be that valuable. Period.
Fair warning.
Mario Party 3 is still going. Over 6. We're almost at 7,000. We are at 7,000. Looking for 7,500. 9.68 plus. Second highest graded copy, tied with one other. I think it's the highest graded copy they've offered. Do they have a little blurb? They don't have a blurb about it, but still fucking going.
$500.
Looking for over $9,000 on Mario Party. Looking for 10 grand. Fuck it. Well, $10,000. Mario Party 3. Looking for 10 grand. No, the pre-order stuff was not in the box 8-bit. It just comes separate.
Next lot. $950.
$9,375 on Mario Party 3. Woof, that's a big one. That's a big one. Like I said, it might be the highest graded copy ever offered at open auction. I'm not 100% sure on that. So you know, there was always possibility that I was gonna do big, but 9,300 is big. That's big. Jesus. Here's Mystical Ninja Goemon. Goemon.
Fair warning.
9.68 plus.
$2,000.
I wanted to take a peek at Donkey Kong 64 quick, too.
$2,200.
Not going to give me comps on it? Oh, here we go. VGA 90, $10,000. Back in November, 85 plus one for 3,800. So a little bit cooled down from November 2023, but not much. You know what I mean? A little bit down, but the cut bid lets you bid half of the next bid J-long. So if the next bid requires you to do $200, a cut bid will let you bid $100. You can do it once per auction. So right now I could cut bid, I could bid 100 more instead of 200 more. That's what it lets you do.
Fair warning.
Adjusting the numbers for the 25% BP has been weird. I agree 100%, Sanford. I spent like 4 years learning the numbers perfectly. Now I don't know the end prices. I used to know every single increment. Or like, you know what I mean? Pretty damn well. Now I don't know any of the end prices anymore. Mystical Ninja Goemon, 3,250 for a beautiful 9.68 plus. The new Tetris, this is already doing good, Jesus. Tied with one other example, second highest graded of only 5? I didn't realize the new Tetris was so ungraded, so rare sealed. It's over $2,000. Looking for 2,500 on this. Interesting.
Fair warning.
Interesting.
Next lot. 1,000.
Yeah, well, I hope you're still not playing the old Tetris, Davey. I hope you're not playing old Tetris, my guy. You got to get with the new Tetris. 9.68 plus for 2,375. Like, that's, you know, a pretty low-key N64 game there. Cracking over $2,000. Very low pop on that game gallery. Very low pop. Pokemon Puzzle League, 85 plus.
$2,800.
2 copies are graded higher out of 14 on the VGA pop report. Man, VGA graded, like, that's freaking low pop for Pokemon game. Man, only 2 graded higher, 85 plus here. Pokemon Puzzle League looking for ending at 3,250. That's, you know, exact same price as Mystical Ninja Goemon. 9.68 plus Mystical Ninja, 85 plus Pokemon Puzzle League. Kind of cool. Kind of, I don't know, it's Pokemon, I guess. I love the cover art of this more than anything else. Like, I don't even know if I like playing Pokemon Puzzle League. It's fine. You know, it's fine.
Fair warning.
I didn't grow up with it, so, like, it doesn't super resonate with me. It's fine. Rocket Robot on wheels. More notorious as a hidden gem rare game on N64, 9.4A plus $1,000. See, it's weird to me to see Rocket Robot on wheels sell for like almost like over half, right? 60% lower than the new Tetris? What? It's kind of weird to me. Rocket Robot usually gets that like that hidden gem. Oh my god, Rocket Robot. But today it's all new Tetris, I guess. South Park, 9.08 plus. Only the second time it's ever been at Heritage Auctions. Very weird. It doesn't seem like South Park should be that rare. It just feels in my head like we see it more. 9.08 plus here, looking for over 1,000, going over $1,000. Which game did you write a strategy guide for, Joe? The new Tetris?
Fair warning.
If you bid well at work, the games are basically free. Yes.
Next lot.
Yes, I agree fully. That's the strat.
$2,400.
$1,125 the 9.08 plus South Park. There's a really nice copy on eBay that just sold too. Probably would have been a 9.4 copy. I think it went for $1,300 or so, maybe even more. But yeah, there's a really nice copy on eBay not long ago. So even raw copies, like South Park is just valuable, factory sealed. More valuable than I thought it was. Star Fox 85 plus. That's a nice big box right there. Pushing its way, finishing. We got a little bit of a bid war there. Finished at 4,000 flat. Star Fox 64, 85 plus big box. And this big box actually has cellophane on it. Pokemon Stadium just has stickers on it. Star Fox 64, for whatever reason, has a full-on H-seam seal. V-seam seal. Star Fox 64, VGA 85 as well. Another big box copy here. Every single copy of Star Fox 64 is big box except for Player's Choice. There is Player's Choice small box that exists on this. You wrote the strategy guide for Rocket. That's cool. Did you play test it, Joe? Like I said, people like deep in the N64, this game gets like a lot of respect. People like Rocket Robot. Did you ever play test it? I've never actually played it myself. I think it's a 3D platformer. I think.
Next lot. 6,000.
2,000. Man, that's a big gap, hey? 85 plus 4,000. 85. 2,000. Literally doubling the price there. Basically doubling the price to jump from 85 to 85 plus on Star Fox Big Box. This is fucking nuts. VGA 85. Sorry, not nuts because it's good. Just like, this is over $10,000. VGA 85. We're still going, baby. Super Mario 64, VGA 85. I think the price comp on this, the last time it sold for 85, is like 5,000 or 6,000. And it's not that long ago.
Fair warning.
This is very strong for Mario 64 right now.
Next lot.
Very strong. $11,000 for an 85. Here's an 8.5A plus. Realistically, probably not that different from an 85, right?
Fair warning.
Probably not all that different from an 85.
$3,000.
We'll see what the 8.5A plus does here. Looking for 3,700. VGA 85 is a WADA 9.8. Yeah, change your mind. Exactly. It is a platformer. Your ex had a writing contract with both Brady and Prima at different times, so you worked on it as a part of that. You have a cool gravity beam thing. You can grab stuff, swing from hooks, etc. Gotcha. Yeah, Rocket seems cool. We got a cut bid here on the 8.5A plus, looking for 4,000 still. You've crossed many 85s to 9.6. 85 far surpasses 8.5. If you like this 85 here, you got to look at this 85. Put it here. Let's like just look at this 85. I agree that 85 can far surpass 8.5A plus. I agree with that fully. I don't think this 85 in particular is going to cross nicely or be that good of a cross candidate, I guess is what I would say.
Fair warning.
Yes, I agree. A 9.0, 9.2 is probably more of an average equal cross candidate if we're just, you know, blanket statement. I didn't think that this one looked like a super clean cross candidate, but either way, 11,250
1,000.
Like, let's say it's a 9.0 and 9.2, right? Fuck, even at 9.4, is it $11,000? I don't know.
Fair warning.
9.4A plus player's choice there, 1,875. Wave Race, 8.5A plus. Wave Race always sells pretty strong too, pushing up to almost 3,000 here. Yeah, God loves, yeah. I did Cult Classic, I did. That one woke some people up there. Some people who have been lurking automatically. You guys woke up there when I said an 85 is an 8.5.
Fair warning.
That got your guys' attention. That got your guys' attention. Welcome in, Seth. Wave Race still going here above $3,000. It's blinding you. It's so sharp. You remember when sealed Wave Race was all over eBay for cheap? Now it's, yeah, Wave Race definitely went through a swap, Comac. I agree. Wave Race definitely, like, the whole perception of that game swapped big time. Now it's like a frickin' N64 Grail, man. 8.5A plus, basically doubling the price of Banjo-Kazooie. 3,250 on Wave Race. It's a game I'll never own. And I'm happy, you know, I'll never buy this. I don't care, like... Crazy. Expensive game. WWF No Mercy, 9.8A plus for $2,375. Oh, that's cool. 9.8A plus on that. 9.8A plus here on Link to the Past as GBA starts. The end of N64 there. We close off with Mario 64. VGA 85. Selling for $11,000. Wow. Wow. Big sale. Let's see what we got for comps. Let's see what we got for comps here. I know comps aren't everything, right? Comps aren't everything. I get it. Let's just take a peek.
$2,400.
We'll look at water copies specifically because I already know the VGA 85 there. 8.5A plus last sold for $3,800. Show me something nice. Come on, Mario. Where are you? Have we just not had any Mario 64s in a while? 8.5A plus, $3,300. The 8.5A plus did what it's supposed to. 9.2A plus, $6,000, August 2023. 9.2A plus, $7,800, July 2023.
Next lot.
I'm just looking for the last time we crossed $10,000 at this point. 9.6A plus, back in April 2023 for $21,000. And my Ocarina of Time is dog shit, Colt. Make no mistake, Colt. My Ocarina of Time is dog shit.
$280.
But the funny thing is, Colt, with how my Ocarina of Time is built, it would probably cross to an 85.
$460.
It might be an 80 plus, but you know what I mean? Minish Cap, 95, 4,250. Legend of Zelda, Link to the Past there, 2,250. Pokemon Fire Red was a 9.6A plus for 3,625. No adapter on it, though. This is doing really well. Mario Golf, Toadstool Tour, Target exclusive, highest graded copy amongst only 2 graded. 9.6A plus plus here is over $2,000 for Mario Golf on GameCube. Very strong here on Mario Golf on GameCube. Man. It's getting some love. Yeah, Mwata still give it an A. Exactly, Shokla, right?
$2,200.
But yeah, the point about this here, like the 8.5A plus for 3,800, like, you know, if this sold for 5, 6, hell, even 7, I'd be like, okay. 11,000? Whew. Big sale on Mario 64.
Fair warning.
Mario Golf. $3,000? No, okay. $2,750.
$1,700.
Really big. Really big on Mario Golf Toadstool Tour. I don't think we've seen a big sale on Mario Golf like ever. 9.6s, have we seen 9.8? It's just not that game. Mario Golf ain't that guy. Target exclusive though. Brought out the love, brought out the bidders. $2,750. Keep your eyes peeled, I guess, for a factory sealed Target exclusive. If there are any on eBay, maybe they're gonna sell right now. 3DS XL Pokemon Pikachu 95 plus. You have if I have an 80 plus or 85, you should grade with WADA so they think it's an 85. I do need a better OOT. Yes, I would love to upgrade my Ocarina at some point. Yeah, is Wave Race a launch title or a few months after? And we just crossed the 2 million mark at the auction. Jesus, yes. $2,007,000. That's crazy. It's crazy to consider that, like, you know, once upon a time, single video game sold for 1.5. You could have every single game that sold today and yesterday, almost every single game, for the same price as that Mario 64. That's crazy.
Fair warning.
Not with that seal. Your OOT has a pinprick and it's 80 plus. There's a reason I haven't crossed it, Cult. I actually gave my OOT a very good look over like 3 weeks ago. If I could cross it to VGA, and like I think it would be an 80 or an 80 plus. I don't think I can send it back to WADA. Like it sucks. It's a stinker, man. I own a frickin' stinker. 3DS XL, $3,500 for the 95 plus Pikachu Yellow Edition.
Fair warning.
Very cute console, $3,500, pretty cool. Nintendo Power number 1 was an 8.0 for just shy of $1,000 there, $900. Nintendo Power number 3 was a 9.6 for $687. Nintendo stuff is done. We enter into Sega. Welcome to Sega, everybody. Starting off with Double Dragon VGA 90. Wow. No, 9 on the pop report. Selling for $1,625. Into another copy of Double Dragon. What? That's weird. I feel like we've never even seen this before. 7 copies on the WADA pop report. 9.2 A++. Homeostatic, you bought the Star Fox 85 plus. That's cool. The 6 to 7K for that SM64 9.2 A+, which sold that you showed, was a steal. Why do you feel that, Peekaboo?
Next lot. 1,000.
Why do you feel that the 9.2 A+ for 7 or 8 grand was a steal? Because it happened multiple times. Like 9.0 A+ was 5,500. That's back in May 2023. 9.0 A++, 5,700. 9.2, 78.
$1,200.
Like the 9.2 went for 6,000 after that. So like it went from 72 down to 6,000 between sales for the 9.2 A+. I'm just not convinced that those were, you know, like sitting right now looking at it, I don't know. Just seems like fair market value at the time.
Fair warning.
Golden Axe VGA 90 plus. That's really cool on Sega Master System there for $1,500. Michael Jackson's Moonwalker 9.4 A plus went for $21.25. Spider-Man 9.8 A plus plus. With the US UPC, is this fucking, how grail is this?
$600.
Sole copy on the pop report. 9.8 A plus plus with the small US sticker on the back, which the UPC sticker on Master System games, it's like if it was a European game, they gave it a small UPC sticker here to like signify it for US markets. So this right here. Sonic the Hedgehog has one. I think there's one other game that uses it. Golden Axe Warrior, I think, also uses the UPC sticker. Very rare variants to find of those games. So $3,500 for Spider-Man. Because you think the SM64 9.4 A plus should be about 15,000, like a SNES Zelda Link to the Past. You view them in the same value range. Gotcha. I mean, fair enough if that's where your mind's at. Fair enough if that's where your mind at. Noted that everything went down, but an SM64 9.6 A plus used to be 30,000 before the last 9.6 A plus that sold for 21,000. I wish we'd see a 9.6 A plus Peekaboo.
Fair warning.
I wish we would see one come up. Strider also uses one. Gotcha.
$340.
$1,800 for Wonder Boy in Monsterland. That's something I kind of tried to keep up with. Just over the years, Hamster, with Sega Master System. Obviously, I don't collect for it, but I still paid attention, or at least I tried to pay attention to things that mattered. Did you purchase anything here, Hamster? Did you grab yourself any Master System? Zillion! 9.8 A++. Highest graded copy of Zillion. Only 3 examples on the pop report. I don't know what the hell it is. It's going for over $3,000. The August signature auction is going to have a lot of really good Sega Master System as well. That was part of the Dallas Fort Worth, or at least I think it's going to have some. It might go into a Sega showcase. We'll have to see, but Zillion goes for $3,000. Into Forgotten World, Sega Genesis starting now, 9.88++. Jesus. Top spot with one other copy. I'm surprised there's 2 copies that high of grade.
$800.
Yeah, no wins for Hammy.
Fair warning.
Why would I cross that over when you can sell it to a blind man as an A seal rating?
Next lot.
I was that blind man, Shaka. When I bought that Ocarina of Time, right, it has that big rip in it, pretty much freaking notorious at this point. But when I bought it, I still didn't know the Wata seal rating. I didn't know the Wata scale that well. So I was like, oh, an A seal rating? Like, A has to be A for awesome. And then, you know, I get it in. I didn't look at it that close in the pictures. I get it, and I'm like, holy shit. This sucks. Oh, we live and we learn. I learned a valuable lesson about the Wata seal grade that day.
Fair warning.
Gain Ground Renovation, rare copy here on Sega Genesis, 85 plus, only 5 copies on the VGA Pop Report. $1,250. Forgotten Worlds went for $937. Madden, 8.5A cardboard first production copy, pushing its way up over $3,000. Oh, you are selling some stuff here. Gotcha. Hopefully your stuff does well.
$3,000.
What's a torn oot when you have the gray Majoras? Now we're talking, Cult. Now we're talking. I really do want to upgrade that oot sometime, though. Like, I do want to. It's just, man. It's either I spend that money on a, Yeah, exactly. If it was a B+, it'd be Garbo. Probably should be a B+. I do want to upgrade it. I just have to, like, I have to just do it. Stop talking about it and just fucking do it. Yeah, it's an Oot Collector's Edition, AM. It has a pretty large rip right on the plastic faceplate. Oh, that's your gain ground. Over $1,000, I think is pretty solid, honestly. The Madden here pushing its way up over $4,000. Yeah, I think over 1,000 on gain ground. Not bad at all. Madden, 4,250. So are the Maddens a deal this week? I remember I was talking about the Madden games, that there were 3 of them in this auction, believe it or not. How much did the other ones go for yesterday? $5,500 for the clamshell. Where's the other copy of Madden? Oh, 15,000. Jesus. So is 5,000 a good price, or 4,000? Is that like a good entry price for Madden? I just don't know where the prices are anymore. In my head, you know what I mean? Like Madden took such a tumble that I don't even know anymore. 9.0 cardboard back in November was 7,200. Surely this isn't bad then for 4,000, right? Is Madden going to keep coming down? What do you guys think? Is Madden going to fall more, or is Madden finally down? Is this where you should finally enter in? I feel like Madden could still go down a bit. Lakers versus Celtics, 8.5A plus for $750. Yeah, gain ground outsold the frickin' 9.8 Gunstar yesterday. Good point. Good point. So by that comparison, Sanford, yes, gain ground did much better. Lightning Force, 9.8A.
Next lot.
$2,187.50. Yeah, I think Madden passed away in what, 2022? Does that sound right? Like maybe July 2022? Let's see. December 2021. I was kind of close. But yes, he's been, man, 2.5 years now, hey? That's crazy. That's crazy how much time has passed since that already. Doesn't feel that long ago. Lotus Turbo Challenge, 9.8A plus.
Fair warning. Lightning
Force sold for over $2,000. I'm a bit surprised how good Lotus Turbo's doing here. 9.8A plus, over $1,000. Like what? Huh? That one's coming out of nowhere for me. I don't know anything about this game. Don't know anything about Lotus Turbo, but over $1,000. Shining Force, 9.6A. Slowly climbing its way over $1,000 here. Highest graded copy of the printed in USA. Oh, it's a later production copy, though.
$1,300.
Annie, jokes aside, like, yes, Madden did have a sealed game. It went for auction, and it sold for $384,000, if I remember correctly. So, yes.
Fair warning.
Does that count? I can't bid on Shining Force. I have so much other high priority stuff, hamster. I gotta upgrade my frickin' OOT before I start diving into Sega Genesis. I just gotta be smart about this. I gotta use my money best I can.
Fair warning.
Yeah, when he immediately died, Davey, the prices went crazy for Madden stuff. Like, following his death, prices on Madden stuff exploded. So, yeah. That boost is now worn off. That's why I don't know, like, I don't know if Madden is still boosted up from some of the stupid sales we saw.
Fair warning.
Like, I just don't know what to make of it. Shining Force climbing its way over $2,000. Where's the Dragon Ball games? I think some of them went up, but I agree. I don't think they moved much, Annie. Actually.
$2,000.
This is your undercopy on Shining Force. Very nice. Isn't it already doing pretty decent? Didn't you not already? Didn't you pay not much more for a nicer one? Am I misremembering, hamster? Am I still on the lookout for GBA Dragon Ball Advanced Adventure? I have one. I don't know how good it's going to grade, though. I need to get it graded to rock and then see.
$200.
Like, I don't know if it's a 9.0, a 9.2, or a 9.4. Like, it's going to be somewhere in there, I think. But I do have one. So, I would say I'm not on the lookout.
Fair warning.
Way too much for this grade and a later print.
Next lot.
Yeah, like I said, I thought Hamster bought a nicer copy for, like, not much of a different price, honestly. $2,500 for Shining Force, 9.6A. Very cool game. Sol Dice. I just call it Sol Dice. I have no idea. 9.6A renovation title here.
$650.
It's a Pop 2, and this is the highest graded copy. Pushing over $1,000 here on Sol Dice. You got a 9.8A plus from someone privately for like $3,500? Yeah, okay, there we go. So yeah, selling the underprint for $25, pretty darn good for a 9.6A, I would say. And you got an MIJ first print. Yeah, I think it's just a little text different anime on the back of Shining Force, just like Sonic. Like made in Japan versus printed in Japan or something. I'm pretty sure that's the text variant. Or like Sonic 2. Sonic 2 is probably the better example. Sold these here looking for $1,500.
Fair warning.
Yeah, I'm basically done my Dragon Ball collection to rock. Like, I have to buy some, like, 360 games, and, you know, I think there's a game on 3DS I still need and stuff, but as far as the bulk of US Dragon Ball, the games, I have, like, probably 85%. So, almost fully done the US Dragon Ball set. Someday we'll get it complete. Yeah, I need, like, some DS titles. I'm not that motivated. It'll happen eventually. Sonic the Hedgehog, 9.2A plus here. Made in Japan, Red Wed, second production copy. Pushing over $10,000 still for Sonic. Sold Dees, closed at $1,437. Not just text, it's also overlap versus tube seam. Ah, so it's like very similar to Sonic 2, right? I believe. Sonic the Hedgehog, European copy, 9.6A plus. Pushing its way over 3,000. Sonic, 9.2A plus, still 13,000, man. Sonic is holding above 10 grand. These nice copies, over 10 grand on Sonic the Hedgehog. That seems to be where they've kind of settled, 10 to 15,000. Like, honestly, not bad. Not bad at all. Far cry from the 300 or 200, however many hundreds of thousands we were seeing years ago, but you know, still commanding a pretty good price, all things considered, relatively speaking. Sonic 2 VGA 95, RTB seam, later production. Yes, Sonic doesn't use an overseam, does it? An overlap. $1,625 for Sonic 2 later production there. VGA 95, uncirculated. Very nice. Sonic Spinball, 9.88 plus, early production copy. Wasn't Sonic 300K Game Gallery? I'm pretty sure it was. I feel like some Instagram guy paid 300,000 for the copy on Golden. Does that sound correct? Shine?
$900.
Oh man, I can't remember who it was now. I think it was like some Instagram sports guy. Bought a copy for either 200 or 300,000 on Sonic. Can't remember now.
Fair warning.
Pinball, looking to go over $1,000. There we go.
$950.
Looking for 1,200. Looking for 1,250. Yeah, I can't remember how much that sale was now, Game Gallery. It was nutty.
$1,200.
A sealed Valis 3 or... I don't know how to say that one. Gyaris? I've never known how to pronounce that game.
Fair warning.
Would be your jam. I think I have Gyaris CIB still.
Next
Have we even
lot,
seen Gyaris come up sealed?
$550.
Not even sure. Same with Valis 3. I don't even know if we've seen it. There actually is Sonic 2 overlap. Wow. Now you're just blowing my mind. Sonic Spinball, 1,375.
Fair warning.
Sparkster, 9.68 plus. Jeez. Second highest on the pop report, only 4 graded. Is Sparkster going to get love? Sitting at $800 right now. That was Sonic with the screaming mouth hole on the seal.
Fair warning.
The 450K one was your old 9.4A. Oh my god. It went for 450K. Oh, then one went for 300K. Oh my god. Gyaris. Yeah, I was not saying that properly. I knew I had no idea how to say it.
$800.
Sparkster climbing up to $1,000. Yeah, that's crazy on Sonic. Sonic went absolutely ballistic
Fair
there.
warning.
450. It's like higher than I even could imagine in my mind. Yeesh. Sparkster, 937.50. I'm a bit surprised Sparkster lags behind some of the other games.
$950.
Yeah. Not even $1,000 on Sparkster. Spider-Man, 85 plus. Only 1 graded higher out of only 6 on the VGA Pop Report. You weren't the seller at the time, though. You sold it for 10K, then it was sold for 22K, and then it went for 450K. What? What? That makes sense. Nice little price appreciation, hey?
Fair warning.
Is that kind of like GoldenEye selling for 14,000, 25,000, and then 144? Is that the same kind of price appreciation there? I think that 450K is from before Golden changed their website over Game Gallery. I think when Golden changed their website, we lost the older archive.
Fair warning.
Spider-Man climbing up to almost 2,000 here. Yo, Izzy, welcome. The biggest day 2 sale. What was it? Mario Bros was only 83. Mario 64 at 11 grand? Is that the highest sale of the day? Is there nothing higher today than Mario at 11,000? Am I crazy? What else did we see? Zelda 2. Zelda 1 might be. What did the Zelda 1 go for? 13,000? Something like that? I think that might be the highest. Zelda 2. Or, fuck, Zelda. 9.28 plus. I think was the highest today. Around 13. Oh, DKC! Oh my god. Yeah, DKC at 16,000. Oh my god, I forgot about that too. Was Zelda 17,000? So Zelda and DKC are the highest. Like, what? Street Fighter 2 Championship Edition. Oh my god, 9.88 plus plus. Clamshell copy. Highest graded out of just 47. Pushing its way over 3,000, looking for 3,500. Street Fighter 2 Special Champion Edition. Getting some love out here, 9.88 plus plus. We got a cut bid thrown in there, still looking for 3,500, looking for 37, looking for 4,000.
3,400.
We have been live for 2 hours and 48 minutes, Davey. And the big thing about today's stream is I gave my computer a deep clean today, right? Took components out, canned air, brand new fucking can of air. The computer's running brilliantly. Now, hopefully that doesn't jinx it, but we haven't dropped and we've been live for 3 hours. So that's a big fuck yeah. Looking for 47.50 or Street Fighter 2 Champion Edition.
Fair warning. Next lot.
Selling for what? 4,500? 4,500 on the nose. I mean, I don't know what you think, Josh. I assume this is your game. I think this is a pretty good sale on it. I don't know what you think.
$1,200.
But I think that's pretty decent. Yeah, the red monster was slapping around down there. 9.48 plus. Team USA Basketball. The dream team, right? You bet it is. Only 11 sealed copies. 9.48 plus there. 1,375. Terminator 9.68 plus. Only 6 copies on the Wada Pop Report. Yeah, doesn't ever come up on Genesis. Not a bad sale.
Next lot. $650, $900, $1,200.
Yeah, I don't. 4,500 to me doesn't feel bad. Is what I'll say. It doesn't feel bad. Terminator went for $1,000. Just over 1,000 there. Venom, Spider-Man, Separation Anxiety. This is probably the highest graded copy that exists. One graded higher out of only 3 on the Pop Report. Yeah, VGA 90 is crazy. VGA 90 is like probably just 9.88 plus plus, right? VGA 90 on Genesis, probably 9.88 plus plus. Very good odds to cross. 90 is so nice on Genesis.
Fair warning.
This is your Blockbuster sign coming up. Man, it's already at $1,000, eh?
$600,
$2,000 on Venom here and Spider-Man, Separation Anxiety, WWF Super WrestleMania, 9.88 plus. Streets of Rage 2 is a better game, that's all. How much did Streets of Rage 2 sell for again? Were they like really close to the same price there? Only 2 known of this sign. Holy shit. Maybe that's why it's already sitting at $1,000. Maybe this thing's about to make some noise. Super WrestleMania. Speaking of making some noise, tied with one other example, highest graded copy, almost $2,000 on it.
Next lot. $800.
Yeah, 2,000 right on the nose there for Super WrestleMania. Here's the sign. Looking for a live bid. Looking for a live bid. Where are the live bids? Toss my man Josh some money.
Next lot.
$1,100. Well, there's that. No live bids for you on that one, Josh. No live bids for you. That's always fucking tough to see. Magic Knight Ray Earth 9.4B Sega Saturn, one of the rarest games. There's just nothing more awkward than the live bid not coming in, you know? Where are the live bidders at? Where are the live bidders at on that?
Next lot. $550 to $800.
Oh, it's your sign, Hamster. It's your sign. Sorry, Josh. Yes, Hamster's sign. Well, sorry, Hamster. Where did you obtain this? Now I'm curious about its backstory. Like, I think $1,000, like it's completely sun-fried, right? Like it's completely faded out by the sun, I believe. Where did you get this originally? $1,375 for Magic Knight Ray Earth there. Mega Man X4 is a 9.88. Highest graded amongst only 2 on the Wada Pop Report. Yeah, X4 and what, X5? Both rare as hell on Sega Saturn. Magic Knight Ray Earth was a deal. I don't know enough. Do we have comps on it? 9.2B plus back in April, 1,440. I mean, you're getting a B seal rating. I don't know enough about it to comment.
1,600, 1,700.
You genuinely thought it would do around 10K and that you could swallow that? The 5,800 hertz probably should have just kept it. Ah, that sucks. That always hurts to feel.
Fair warning.
That hurts to feel. I mean, you know, come a few months from now or whatever, you'll probably forget about it. It won't really sting, but yeah, that sucks. Blink the Faces of Evil. CDI 85 plus immediately jumped up over $2,000. Immediately. The auction opened at $400. Looking for over 2,000 now. The CDI game's super freaking cool. I don't know if it should be $2,400 cool. Oh, 8 in X4. I was thinking of Mega Man 8 Undammed. Thank you. I was thinking of Mega Man 8. X4 sold for $2,000. Yeah, I like the Link, the Faces of Evil, the Wand of Gamelon, Zelda's Adventure, super cool items. We're looking for almost $3,000 on it.
Fair warning.
I don't know if it should be that expensive. I don't know. I don't know. Looking for 3,000 now. Yeah, YouTube poop cultural artifact. You're waiting for Contra Legacy of War on Saturn to come up
Fair
sealed.
warning. 2,000.
Oh, CDI Zelda. CDI is what you were thinking of, Davey. The 3DO doesn't have them. It's the CDI games. This is what you're thinking of.
Fair
It's just on CDI.
2,800.
Pushing its way up to over 3,000. Pushing up over $3,000 now. What do we have for comps on this?
Fair warning.
The last 85 plus, last year, like just about a year ago, the last 85 plus sold for 2,280. That makes sense, you know? Couple grand, it's rare, it's novelty. This copy just sold for $3,500.
$900.
Like that smokes the other copy that came up a year ago. It's a freaking woof. Cool games, just too much for my blood. Just for like I would rather take this $3,500 and buy an actual good Zelda game. You know what I mean? You can get like a solid Oot for $3,500.
1,000.
Just my own personal opinion on that. And before you're like, oh, you're a hater, you don't like it. I own an 85 plus Wand of Gamelon. So get fucked. I own one of the CDI games. I just think $3,500 is too much for it. Dungeon Explorer, VGA 90. $1,187 here. A little bit of turbo graphics. Legendary Axe 2, 85 plus. I don't know enough about the inherent rarity of the TurboGrafx 16 library. A library of games that I know very, very little about. Legendary Axe 2 is pushing up to $1,500 here.
1,300.
I think I bought my I think I bought my Wand of Gamelon for $300 US, 85 plus. Obviously many years ago, but
Fair warning.
at one point
1,000.
I wanted to buy the CDI games, but I even found it hard to justify spending like $1,000+ to get the whole set, you know? Zelda's Adventures was expensive even back then. One of the best games for the platform, apparently, with this. I just don't know anything about it, Josh. Looking for $1,875 though.
Next lot.
Closing at $1,750. Legendary Axe 2 on TurboGrafx. Into Newtopia, 85 plus Canadian version. Oh no. We'll see what Newtopia does here. I'm surprised VGA even labeled that, to be honest. Yeah, big thanks to Heritage sponsoring the stream. I own CDI Zelda, so get fucked. Was that a little bit too aggressive there, Joe? Maybe a little bit. Maybe I turned the dial up a little bit loud there. Maybe I, turned it up just a little too high there. Final Fantasy Tactics, 9.88 plus. That's crazy. Highest graded among 39 black labels. Only 39 black labels graded, period? Kind of weird. Highest graded copy, 9.88 plus. It's weird how rare Final Fantasy Tactics is on PS1. That's my take on Tactics. But people freaking love this game, and it's like, it always sells for a lot. Heritage feedback, yeah, please be more subdued. Please chill. Chill, my guy. That's what happens when you drink the 2-hour Monster, Joe Kane. Or Rockstar, sorry. You get that blood pumping, you get those blood cells opened up. Talking about the Zelda CDIs. Gets the blood flowing. Looking for $7,500 frickin' dollars on Tactics. Like, I can't say I'm surprised.
$480.
I talked to someone about this, like, my estimate was $5,000, but highest graded copy, only $39. I'm in no surprise whatsoever that it got pushed, you know? 68.75. Marvel Superheroes, 9.2 A+. Haven't offered it for sale since 2022, only the second time they've ever sold it. Black cover, first production, Marvel Superheroes, very cool. Wasn't FFT an incomplete rushed game that ended up being a cult classic? I don't know enough about it. People love Final Fantasy Tactics. I've never played it myself. I just know that like the people who played it or the people who are fans of it, like they call it the best game ever made. So it's got to be good, right? It's got to be good. Maybe I should just freaking play it someday. Yeah, like I could emulate the GBA version. Is it the exact same thing? Marvel Superheroes 1687, Metal Gear Solid 9.8 A+, pushing its way up to 3000 right now. It's weaker than Shining Force, like every trash Final Fantasy game. Holy smokes, Josh. You don't like Pokemon, you're dunking on Final Fantasy. You are that gamer. You are that guy, man. Metal Gear Solid 9.8 A+ for $27.50. NBA Shootout 9.8 A+ featuring... Who the fuck's on the cover of this game? Highest graded copy on the Water Pop Report. I don't know who's on the cover. Someone for the Rockets.
$420.
Oh, Final Fantasy Tactics Advance is set in a different story. Gotcha. I thought it was a port. It ain't no Chocobo Racing. In the world of anime, chess was one of the first to get a really big following, despite Fire Emblem and Shining Force being around for years already. Sam Castle, yes, Sam. I think we've had this discussion, HW. I feel now that I see and I called him Castle last time. You guys said his name, Sam Cassell. We've had this conversation. Sam just ain't getting any respect from me. I'll tell you that. Sam Cassell, pushing its way up to 875 here. NBA Shootout 9.8 A+, ridged long box early production. Long box fans, where are you at? Where are you at?
$950.
Pushing over 1,000 easy, actually. We have comps. What? Is it showing me Resident Evil? There's no shot that's NBA Shootout, right? They're showing me comps for Resident Evil on the side here. Oh man, for a second there, I thought Sam Cassell was selling for $38,000.
Next lot.
That's Resident Evil. Jesus. $1,300 for NBA Shootout. Tomb Raider 9.4A. Looking for $3,000 on the live bid here. Yeah, we are almost done here. Almost done. 20 more games. Ridged for your pleasure with Sam Cassell. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Ridged for your pleasure. Featuring Sam Cassell. Final Fantasy Tactics is a good game, but the units are not unique. Only some are unique. Shining Force units are unique, with each having origin stories. They evolve around level 20. The mechanic that made Pokemon fun? Interesting. Yeah, I've never played, yeah, this is a family channel, Josh. Damn. Come on, man. I never played, Shining Force either. Always been interested, but, like, tactics games? I was never really into them. First time offering this variant of the PlayStation console. Being, what, a mid PlayStation? VJ85 here. It's an SCPH 5001. I don't know how to variant these. I think it's like a mid-production copy. Or, you know what I mean? A mid-production PS1, I think. Going for 4,000 here.
Fair warning.
And yeah, geez, we crossed the hour mark again. So, huge thanks to Heritage sponsoring. Huge thanks to you guys being here. We're almost at the end of the auction. One last time here, if you guys want to get into the next signature auction, showcase auctions, the weekly auction, video games at ha.com. You can Google the auction calendar. There's links in the description. It'll show you all the upcoming showcase signature auctions. Next signature is in August. Consignment deadline is in July. Reach out sooner rather than later if you want to get into the next signature auction, you guys. Video games at ha.com. Video games at ha.com. Oh, huge thanks to them sponsoring. What a freaking marathon. We haven't done a 3-hour stream in a long time. By the time this wraps up, we're going to be like 3.5 hours. I don't even know the last time we've done this. Don't even know the last time we've done this. What a Saturday.
Next lot.
PlayStation console closes at 4,375. Oh, I didn't even. Tomb Raider closed at under 3,000 now, hey? Is Tomb Raider going to go down more? This is another one that, like, makes me feel, like, kind of like Madden. Maybe I'm just a Tomb Raider hater. But, like, I don't know. $3,000 still feels like a lot. PlayStation 1 mini console, 85 plus. Pushing its way over 2,000 easy. Jeez, I didn't know if this was going to get love or not. PS1 mini. Or what do you, just PS1, I guess, not mini? I hate that you can't call it a mini console now. Like, I always called it the PS Mini, but now that means that stupid, like, 2017 thing that came out. So, just a PS1 console, I guess.
Next lot.
Just shy of $3,000 on it. $2,750. PlayStation 4 Pro console. The 500 million limited edition in 95. Buy yourself a damn coffee table here. My gosh. Pushing its way up over $2,000. Yeah, just the most iconic game character of all time. Yeah, no big deal on Tomb Raider, right? No big deal on Lara Croft there. Only the most iconic video game character of all time. Shining Force also has cool anime fight scenes when you attack. That's cool. Very unique at the time. Same reason Working Designs games were so memorable. Yeah, I know the Working Designs has a lot of that anime cutscenes and stuff. I didn't know Shining Force had them.
Bidding is continuing.
Which one has cases out there?
$2,600.
Yeah, PS1. You know, PS1, like I called any Sony console, any PlayStation 1 was a PS1, and then this is a PS Mini. That's how you differentiate them, right? Every console's a PS1. That's the Mini. Makes sense to me. But my vernacular got all fucked up. The PS4 Pro 95 going for $3,000. I have no idea what these are worth, but that's it's a big freaking box. Just shipping this and grading this and all that stuff makes it it's a tough item, man. It's a tough item. Really cool, just tough to handle it. $3,125 for it. Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic, the only Xbox game to show up today. This is it. Frickin' KOTOR slides its way into the signature 9.88 plus, and it's kind of pumping. We're over $2,000. $1,800. You know, I kind of thought this game might get forgotten, might get looked over at the end of the signature here. The only Xbox title. We're looking for $3,000 on it. We're over $3,000 on Knights of the Old Republic. I think this is doing fantastic. The last one might have sold for $1,680 back in November. That might be what I'm seeing there. Looking for $3,500 right now. This is very strong for Knights of the Old Republic. I have nothing else to say. We're looking for $4,000. This is strong for any Xbox game. What's worth more than this? Halo? That's it? Interesting. Very interesting. Is that why so many people say PSX? I mean, I say, like, PSX to me, I never said that. I never said that at all. Like, PS1 is all I ever said.
$190.
You stopped at 3,000 on it. Like, big box, man. So there was you and another person? Like, you were you the underbidder big box or not? It was like, oh my gosh, man. 3,750 for KOTOR. Woof. That's big. Just freaking big.
Fair warning.
Real Monsters for Genesis, an original video game background. Looks like we go into a little bit of art here to close out the auction. 17 more games to go. Appreciate you guys hanging out here.
Fair warning.
You're an old head before DBZ anime was localized. Anime, anything was scarce. You had to make an effort just to hunt down English sub anime to watch. Yeah, DBZ was basically my introduction to anime. Anime meant nothing to me. DBZ was just a show.
Fair warning.
You know, I didn't even understand like Japanese localization, Japanese TV shows. Like I just watched DBZ. I didn't know what the fuck was going on. It was just great, you know? I was like too young to understand any of the nuance of that. I didn't understand why late at night everything was weird. That's basically like my childhood. If you stay up late enough, you get all these weird TV shows. I didn't know what they meant. You were the underbidder up to 3K. Gotcha. Someone else pushed it still. Jeez. Someone showed a commercial for Jaguar and they're referring to the PlayStation as the PSX. Interesting. Yeah, I never meant anything to me. PSX, that was never a word I said. The Real Monsters background there went for $300. This is Brian art for Commando? For the Commodore 64, I think? This is George Barris. Computer Space Battle, unreleased video game original concept art from around 1970s. I don't know if I'm going to know a lot about a lot of these art pieces that are coming, but this piece here, George Barris, must be pretty well known because that shot up to $1,000 really quick. $1,062 for that. Here's Dukes of Hazzard, Boss Hog, unreleased Atari 2600 video game original box art. So, yeah, original box art for an unreleased Dukes of Hazzard game for the 2600. Pretty cool. In Poland, you called PlayStation 1 the PSX. There's also a magazine here named PSX Extreme. They started in 1995, publishing it till... I can't believe they're still publishing it. That's crazy. Yeah, PSX very well might have been a thing in Canada, too. Like, it probably was. I was just, like, too young and dumb to, like, care or know, you know? PS1 came out in what? Like, 1998? 99? What's the PS1? What year was this? 1997. Yeah, so like I was born in 1993. So I was probably just too dumb. $2,000 to the unreleased art there. That Duke's box art previously sold for $3,000. So actually down on the box art there. $2,000 this time around. This is unreleased as well for the Atari 2600. $2,750 for this one, Dukes of Hazzard. Disney Reading Quest with Aladdin. Original video game, original cover art from Disney Interactive, 1998. PC game, published by Buena Vista. We'll see what this one does here. You lucked out to catch DBZ at the start. It was tough to find anime before then. You loved DBZ as a show, the art style, etc. DBZ is GOAT. Smart man, Peekaboo. DBZ is peak. Record of Lotus got you. If you haven't, The Adventure of Deedlit is a great platformer. I know of Record of Lotus from video games. I didn't even know it was a TV show or I didn't know it was an anime. I only knew it as a video game, and then I found out it was an anime years later. Never played the game, never watched the show, but I have heard of it just because it had a video game.
1,400, 1,000, 1,600.
The genie art here, the Aladdin, and I'm not surprised, but it is pumping here. Original art for Disney video games. It features Genie. It just looks great, right? Even has Aladdin back there, too. Pushing its way up to over $2,000. Pokemon is peak. That's a fact. I mean, you're not wrong. Japan had the official PSX console that was a combo PS2 plus DVR. Okay, so yeah, that is beyond my knowledge. Dukes of Hazzard box art without the Robert Lee is weak.
Fair warning.
I don't even know. Like, what's the Robert Lee? Is that the name of the car? Is that the car is on here? No, the car's not called the Lee. Yes? No? Oh my gosh, my Dukes of Hazzard knowledge is fucking abysmal. The General Lee is the car. What's the Robert Lee?
300, 400.
Yeah, it's called the General Lee. What the hell is the Robert Lee? That guy tried to trick me. He was gaslighting me on the car's name. $2,750 for the Aladdin art. They're into, this is cool, Realms, Demon Stone for PS2, Xbox, PC. This is Rannick, original video game character art. I never played Demon Stone, but I always saw the game. Never actually played it. Don't know if the game's good. Original video game character cover art from that game. Over $1,500.
Next lot.
Yeah, don't you ever call it, what'd you call it, Roger Lee?
$550.
Roger Lee, I tell ya. Robert Lee. Making me think I don't know my stuff, I tell ya. $1,625 there for the Demon Stone character art. This is from Quest for the Throne, an unreleased Super Nintendo video game. So this is box art for a renovation game that was never actually released on Super Nintendo. The Journey Home: Quest for the Throne. Game was cancelled in markets outside of Japan, where it saw life on the Super Famicom. So it was released in Japan, just never made its way stateside. Kind of neat to get unreleased box art. That's always a neat thing. It's neat that this, like, you know, it still exists, even though the game itself was never. General Robert E. Lee is the name it's based on. Gotcha. Gotcha. I didn't know that. So. I didn't know that. I know very little about Dukes of Hazzard. Again, I'm just too young. My dad sometimes had Dukes of Hazzard on, but like, just something I know very, very little about. Who starred in the movie?
Next lot.
There was like the 2004 movie, maybe Dukes of Hazzard. I saw that. That was pretty good, I think. Can't even remember who was in it now. I want to say Owen Wilson, but I don't think it's Owen Wilson in that movie. Yeah, you're not out here gaslighting. That's good. That's good. I take back what I said, Tyrannus. I take back my statements. The unreleased renovation art there, $2,000. This is for VMX Racing, original box art on the PlayStation. You only watch it for a study about denim shorts? Yeah, for practical purposes. Exactly. And I have to see who was in the Dukes of Hazzard movie. $2,005. Man, I was close about 2004.
Next lot. $110.
Sean William Scott, Johnny Knoxville, and Jessica Simpson. What a blast from the past, man. Johnny Knoxville and Sean William Scott with Jessica Simpson as Daisy Duke. That's crazy. This makes me feel old, man. Wow. Wow. That's crazy. The VMX Racing went for $1,750. In 2, this is a Greg Martin lot of 2 from Golly Ghost, arcade video game, original flyer art.
$600.
That's wild. You think it was Jessica Simpson, Stifler, and some other... Yeah, like, I can't believe it's just that ragtag cast of people. Like, did that movie do good?
$800.
Kind of.
$850.
Like, the IMDb... No, never mind. It's Rotten Tomatoes is fucking terrible. Even the audience didn't like it. I must have been young. Because I think I have fond memories of this. But like, ugh. The reviews look pretty abysmal. The IMDb was like 14.
Next lot.
Whatever happened to Jessica Simpson? I have no idea. No clue. One day we weren't talking about her anymore. That's like, you know, it's like, okay. Like her and Paris Hilton. Like one day we just weren't talking about them anymore. I don't know what happened. The Greg Martin, even the 2 arcade arts here, eh? Just being Greg Martin pieces brings in $1,100. Jeez. Here's another Greg Martin piece. Looks fantastic. It's for the Great Counting Caper with the 3 blind mice for Sega Pico. Original art for the Sega Pico. Wow, that's crazy. Sega Pico fans, where are you at?
Fair warning.
It was pretty bad. Willie Nelson was good.
$110.
That VMX art is cool. I agree. It just looks awesome. Like, it's just a cool piece. Sub $1,000 here for the Sega Pico original box art. This is Mike Mayhew Marvel Ultimate Alliance video game original preliminary advertisement art from 2006. Getting any kind of physical art for video games this late, like 2006, is pretty rare. Marvel Ultimate Alliance is pretty cool. It's a bit like, you know, it's preliminary. It's a little bit sketchy looking, but pushing its way over $200. Pretty cheap, actually. Man, this is like free.
Next lot.
Relatively speaking, that's pretty free. 200 bucks, man. Here's Realm. Original box art for Realm on Super Nintendo from Titus. Not the most popular title in the world, but that is like published original box art. Pushing its way easy over $3,000 here. Sega Pico was supposed to be a major thing for Sega of America, but Japan fucked it up. I've never owned a Pico console. Never played on one, never owned one. I think I've owned a couple of games over the years, but like that's getting too esoteric for me. You wanted to buy the Pico art, if you can believe that, after having been tortured by Pico once in your life. Are you familiar with that game, Joe? Yeah, is it just that Jessica Simpson got pregnant? Is that it? She just like kind of fell out of the limelight? Northern Exposure?
$550.
Doesn't sound familiar to me.
$650.
Realm, the box art, $4,000 there. Original box art will always sell well, and this image is just crazy. It's crazy that it's painted. Painters are crazy. Here's Revenge of the Ninja, original box art as well for Sega CD. Looking for $1,000 only on this.
$900.
You played some Pico on the Mayu Mini? What's a Mayu Mini? I don't know what a Mayu Mini is. What words are you saying, Davey?
Fair warning. $1,000.
You tested lots of Pico games, and Three Blind Mice was one of them for sure. That's funny. And the thing is, like, you know, even with this being just a random ass video game, Greg Martin's work is just so nice. It's so vibrant that like it's just beautiful, you know? It just freaking pops. I don't know if I want to pay $1,000 for it, but I get it. Looks great. Revenge of the Ninja, yeah, over $1,000. There we go. It just should be over $1,000. It's original box art, even if Revenge of the Ninja isn't the most popular game in the world. $1,625. Few more pieces of art here, boys, and we're all done. Home stretch. Group lot of 4 for Speed Racer.
$600. $700, $800, $900,
Lost her body first. Look what she was famous for: short shirts, short shorts, cans, etc. I mean, yeah, she was one of those. It just seems weird how, I mean, I guess it's not. It just is what it is. But how people just come and go from pop culture, or like from, you know, superstardom relevance to just like, ah, you're just nothing.
Fair warning.
The Sega, or the Miu, was a handheld game emulator from China, loaded with big lots of games that should be illegal but isn't. All right, something I've never heard of before. The Speed Racer, group lot of 4, went for $1,375. This is more in price. Webster's New World Word Wizard. It's like a fucking tongue twister. Video game original box art. The original box cover painting for Webster's New World Word Wizard.
1,100.
Sold for $275. It's a PC game. This is Vey. This is original disc art for Vey on Sega CD. That's kind of cool. Wow, yeah, pushing over $3,000 very easy here too. Vey being a pretty popular cult classic. I don't know how you describe Vey, but it's a very known game. Original box art, or original CD art. Looking for $4,000 here.
Fair warning.
That's cool. It's 30 by 23. I think it's freaking huge.
$220.
30 inches by 23? Did I read? Was that 30 centimeters?
$300.
Oh, that's inches. 30 inches by 23 inches. This is huge. Huh. And this is Metal Gear Solid number 7 comic book original preliminary cover art to close out the auction. That Vey one there went for $3,750. Vey is RPG cult. Yeah, that's what I thought. Because I know Vey has a price tag attached to it. I've never played it myself. I know very, very little about it. But I know the game is valuable. I know people care about Vey.
Thank you for participating.
She still has a clothing line, etc. She can afford all these stupid games 10 times over, worth a couple $100 million. What? Wow. Wow. I didn't know she was that rich. Jessica Simpson is rich. Frick, they're asking if she's a billionaire in here. Wow. Her combined retail empire is expected to become the first celebrity brand to achieve over $1 billion in annual sales. What? Huh. Sold majority stake in her brand to a company called Sequential Brands, I have no idea, for $117 million. After COVID, the brand that bought her brand filed for bankruptcy in 2021, as if. Then she paid $65 million to get back her brand. Like, what? That's insanity. What a player. What an absolute move. Jessica Simpson making absolute moves out there. Sold her brand for 117 and then bought it back for 65. She's better at us than any of us trying to flip video games. That's wild. That's wild. I had no idea she was rich. Like, obviously I knew she was rich, but like, yeah, she's rich. Damn. That's crazy. Who would have guessed? It's pronounced Vi. Really? Not Vay? But it's V-A-Y. It has to be Vay. Surely it's not Vi. It's gotta be Vay. It's gotta be KD. But that closes out the auction, you guys. Now, it's hard to... I think it might be impossible. 1 second. Let me just see here. Oh! The issue is always trying to find the day 2 isolated, because they put it all together as a single auction. I don't know if there's any way to just see day 2's results isolated, because I think it just puts it all together now, unfortunately. If I go most recent, can I just like scroll to day 2? Kind of. But then it doesn't filter by best. Then it doesn't show me highest to lowest. Well, it's kind of impossible for me to show just day 2's highest to lowest. But I'm pretty sure day 2's highest was the Zelda. Because obviously Donkey Kong Country, one of the craziest results of the day. 9.8 A++ DKC. Yesterday, 16,250. Today, exact same price, 9.6 A copy. That was one of the craziest results we saw today. 9.6 A just sold for as much as 9.8 A++ yesterday. Where's the Zelda? The 9.2 A+. I don't know why Jessica Simpson came up. Oh my god, sup yo, yeah. The rabbit hole was Dukes of Hazzard, original box art, the Dukes of Hazzard 2005 movie. Jessica Simpson was in that movie. Jessica Simpson's net worth. That was the rabbit hole. That's where we went. Can't find the... No. There it is. 9.2 A+. Okay, the most expensive game of the day by far was The Legend of Zelda. 9.2 A+, Rev A copy for $21,000. Like, that's really good. Remember yesterday, the 9.6 A+, tied for highest graded Circle Seal copy, $45,000. I think the $21,000 sale is, relatively speaking, a lot stronger. I think the 9.6 A+ could have done more, but highest game of the day, yeah, was The Legend of Zelda 9.2 A+. Frickin' great sale on that. Mario 64 for like $11,000. I don't know, man. Is it a sign of things to come? Is Mario 64 finally going to bounce up? Are we going to have a ladder up on Mario 64? Maybe. We need to see some high-grade copies. Like, we just haven't, we haven't seen high-grade copies on Mario 64 for quite a while. So, If we get the right copies out, maybe we'll see Mario 64 take a step back up. Could happen. For now, that's a lot of money for a VGA 85 at 11K. It's a big sale on that. But I'm going to put out a full review, Whoever won the 9.68 plus Zelda can double his money tomorrow. You got a buyer, sup, yo? Or are you the buyer? I just think the 9.68 plus, yeah, $45,000, like... both Zeldas, I said this at the start of the auction, both Zeldas here probably, easily, not even probably, easily should have been over 50,000 in my humble opinion. But not how the auction played out. You never know how the auction's going to go. That's the fun of the auction. Mega Man went for $106,000. 106K, just cracking over. Same with Castlevania, just right on the nose there, $100,000. Slightly beating that eBay sale. But I'll make a I'll make a recap video, just thoughts about the signature, going over some of the biggest things. Obviously, there's like 6.5 hours of video now, so people can't watch all that. Yeah, the vintage computer is one of the biggest items, actually. The Q1 desktop microcomputer. I don't know enough about it, Odin, to like talk about it. But yeah, it sold for $47,000. The vintage computer did extremely well. First computer with a microprocessor. First microcomputer, I think, is what its claim to fame is. Something like that. It did really well. Fifth most expensive item in the video game auction was a computer. Kind of funny. But yes, we'll make a review video, a recap video. Oh my gosh, look at that, hey? As we come down, as we get to original box art, oh my gosh, you guys just... the number of people in here bleeds. We gotta cut the stream before we lose all of you. Have a good rest of your Saturday. Have a great Sunday. Review video will be up, I don't know. It won't be tomorrow. I need to rest my voice. I'm sick of talking. Probably be up Sunday or Monday. Yeah, maybe Monday. Have a good night, everybody. I appreciate you coming up for the live stream. Truly. Thanks to Heritage sponsoring another great signature auction. Next one's in August. Videogames@ha.com if you guys want to consign for it. Have a good night, everybody. Cheers.